Welcome to episode number 79 of the Five Letters podcast. You got myself, Yels, you got Cam to the right of me, you got Bez to the left of me. Let's get into it. The Five Letters podcast. Yes, episode number 79. We're here. Like I said, let's just get straight into it. No long talking. How is life? How is everyone? How have you been? Definitely feeling better than the last episode, right?
Yeah.
Me and Cam were a bit on the ropes last time. But yeah, how's life, Cam? You go first.
It's all right. You said episode 79.
Is that wrong?
That's right. But when did we start this podcast? Was it in November or October?
It was October.
It was October. It was October because our second episode was a Halloween special, remember? So it would have been October, early
So
October.
it's probably like around this kind of week kind of time.
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah.
like,
So what?
obviously
This is our
half
2-year anniversary, and we're 3-year anniversary. Sorry.
that's what I'm asking. Because half obviously there's 52 weeks.
78.
Yeah.
So
And
last
we've
week
done 2
would have
weeks,
been
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So then 52 add half of 52, which is 26,
Yeah.
would be
78.
78.
Yeah. So last episode would have been our 2-year,
3 year.
3-year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
Damn,
crazy.
didn't even clock.
Just
Yeah,
missed that.
fully-
We missed
I
that.
thought
We
it was
missed that.
coming up, honestly.
Well, it's just round
But
about now. But yeah, so damn, we've been in the game 3 years, not episode missed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, my last 2 weeks. So obviously I was sick in the last episode and then I got a bit worse after that. So I didn't work for like 3 days out of the next week. And then on last week's Saturday, one of my friends was like invited me to this bar where PlayStation was playing.
Oh damn! It didn't slide the invite my way as well, no?
Well, no, I didn't.
Jesus.
It was like he did like a 3-hour set. Where we only actually stayed for like an hour and a half, hour 45
Your
minutes.
friend likes plastician.
No, he hadn't heard of him before.
Oh, okay.
But he messaged into the group chat, asked me if I knew who he was, and I was like, yeah, I know him. He's like, come through. I was like, sure.
What was he playing?
Well, he started off, he was playing house, and then by the time we were leaving, he was on garage, but I mean, he was going places, surely.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, he left too early.
Yeah, I know, but it was like, we got there, because obviously his set, the opening time was 8, and the closing time was 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so my friend was like, let's meet up at 7:30. I was like, cool.
Oh,
whatever.
early. Okay.
So we could like catch up or whatever.
Mm.
So we met up at 7:30, went to the place, and then saw that he obviously wouldn't be on until 10.
Mm.
So then we went downstairs to just check out and see who was on playing, see what he was playing. We was like, nah, whatever, we'll leave. We went out, went for a walk, sat down, talked for a bit,
Yeah.
came back for PlayStation, and then obviously he started off with his house and whatnot. But my friend had to work in the morning, so we had to
Right.
leave a bit early.
Is your friend like house then, or
No, not really either.
what's he into?
He likes music just in general.
Right.
So he listens to a bit of everything.
Mm.
Back in the day, his main thing used to be rock, but I think he's off for that now.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not too sure of what he would say his main preferences. But yeah.
So what made him? I'm trying to figure out.
He
why.
likes to go out.
He just likes to go out
He
and do
likes to
things.
go out to things, yeah.
Okay.
And he said he's been to that
dope.
bar before, and he just must have heard about it.
Yeah.
And then he knows that obviously that I like grime.
Mm.
And then I think he found out from one of his other friends.
That PlayStation plays grime.
Yeah, PlayStation was, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, I'll come through.
What bar was it?
The Social?
Oh, is that whereabouts is that again?
It's in like, it's like near Oxford Street.
Yeah. I think we've been there. There's like a well,
well.
8 years ago. But
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
like a small bar with with a downstairs bit.
Mm.
It doesn't ring a bell. I can't picture it.
It's not called. It's not just the social though. It's called something. So it's the social something, no?
I don't think so. I think it's just a
Just the social.
Yeah.
Maybe not then. But yeah, no. Sounds like a good time anyway.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Obviously, like with the house stuff, I was like, I can get into it. I was like, it's fine. When he started to get more garagey, I was like, yes, this is more me.
Yeah, that's always the way. That's always the way.
But yeah, and then the past week I've just been working. I've been getting back into like drawing and stuff, which has been good. I feel like I'm actually making progress and getting better now. Like previous times, I usually will start to try and then feel like I'm failing and then just give up. But this past week, I feel like I've actually been committed and making progress. I literally haven't played a single game since I don't know when, maybe week and a half. I haven't played a single game.
Damn.
So yeah, I've just been focused on that. It's been fun. But yeah, that's been me.
Sounds like a vibe. What about you, Bez? How's life? I know you just came back from Mane.
From Mane, yeah, I was up in Mane.
0161.
0161. Meet my boy Bugsy. Know them, man. Bugsy and them. So yeah, obviously, I actually got hit by the cold as well after the podcast last time. So yeah, it wasn't that bad. I just had a sore throat and stuff. So I was meant to go in the office a few days, but I didn't go. I just worked from home. And then I went to Westfield last weekend. They had a couple of things going on there. So there's like a thrift shop with like thing in the main, the main bit. Just had a big thrift shop there, and everything was like £25 a kilo.
Ooh. So where's my invite again? No one don't invite me places again.
Honestly, I didn't know. Just went to Westfield and they happened to be there. I was like, oh, yours actually would have liked it. But yeah, honestly, didn't know it was going to be happening. Just ended up popping up, just going there to get food, and it just happened. So had a look around, didn't get anything, but just was looking around and stuff. It was quite busy. Then they had some like pop-up shop there as well called the Laundromat, where it just had like it was like just a thing with different kind of, it had 4 different rooms, and it basically just do something different in each room. So one room was like a skin test sort of thing. So they give you the LMS skin like company, basically. They do like moisturize and that kind of stuff. They were doing like, they would check, basically do a scan on your skin, see like the sensitivity of it. Do you have spots coming through? All this kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then like what kind of
creams and stuff would you use?
Yeah. So that they were doing that. And another room was like sportswear stuff. So they just had a little bike, and they can just go and sit and like roll pedal on the bike. Yeah. And then had like yoga bricks and that kind of stuff started around. And then another room was just like a bit like the 90s music video where it had like
just colours everywhere.
Like metal colours, bubbles and stuff around everywhere.
Yeah.
And the final room was like talking about sustainability, recycling of clothing and stuff, which is quite cool. Yeah. And then they apparently had like DJ sets and stuff every few hours.
Oh damn.
Didn't see any DJ sets, but it was cool. Then obviously in the week went Mane, which is for little work trip. It was cool. It was cold up there. Bloody freezing. Don't know how them North man. Don't know how them North man hack it. I see what Game of Thrones was saying about the North now.
Winter is coming.
Winter was there. It was freezing. Literally I was saying to you when I got back, like I came in I went with just with a bomber jacket on and t-shirt underneath. I was boiling. Got there. First day was quite warm. And by the second day, I was chapping jumper on, coat. I was all kind of like, oh my God. And got back here and it was instantly boiling again. But up there, so I went to like a nice little bar the first day, because obviously after work. So did the work days, then went to a bar one day, which was it was interesting. It was like it was a hidden bar. So basically, you walk into a laundromat for some reason. Don't know why. My weeks is considered a laundromat. So you walk into a laundromat and then it's got like a few washing machines. On the left, it's got a vending machine. And you ring the doorbell and they say, come in. So you open the vending machine and then you just go up the stairs and there's a bar upstairs. Oh, okay. So it's pretty cool. And basically the bar's conspiracy theory themed. So all the drinks are based on a conspiracy theory. So you have like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, chemtrails, pyramids, chupacabra, all these kind of different ones. Oh, shame, okay. And the cocktail, so I got a Bigfoot, which was like meant to be sweet and earthy and all this kind of stuff. And then I got chemtrails, which basically... It was just a cocktail, but they had the vape there, which you press and it's just like some smokes. That's what the guy was saying. The guy was like, he basically made a great cocktail. We was like, we have to do something with it. Yeah, just put something smoking in there. Chemtrails. So that's what it was. Fair enough. But it was decent. And then
have you been to a hidden bar before?
I haven't actually. No, first time.
Hidden bars are fun. Like I went to one this year, maybe like May or June, something like that. Went to one in Soho kind of area.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was with my friend, and like we went in, and I was like, is this the place? Like, so it was literally like, I think it was called like bookshop or something like that. And I went in, and because she didn't say it was a hidden bar, she was like, oh yeah, let's just go to this bar. I was like, what? And then she walked, and then because we'd already been drinking as well, so I was like, have you just had too much? Because she just walked into like the building, and there was like a bookshelf.
Yeah.
And she just walked up to the book. I was like, what, are we gonna sit down and read? Like, what's happening here? Because she didn't say it was a hidden bar, and like I said, she's been drinking, so I was like, oh, like she's clearly more drunk than I thought.
Yeah.
And then she like starts filling them with it. She's like, it's one of these, and like there's someone was watching us, like, because it's like you go in and it's like a little kind of seating area. It's not like, it didn't really feel like a bar, but it was just like a seating area. And like the guy who was kind of operating the seating area must have been watching us, so he must have known that she knew. She's obviously been there before. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm like, he's just looking at us like fiddled with the bookshelf.
They're about to kick us out here.
Exactly. But then she finds the right book, and there's a handle that opens the shelf, and then there's the stairs that you go down, and then you get into the bar. And then, quite sick. And then again, all the drinks were kind of themed to books and stuff like that, which was sick. But yeah, like I feel like hidden bars and stuff, they're quite cool.
Yeah,
like,
they're a good
fun.
idea. I like it. I've seen a few. I haven't been to any, but there was one I saw, which was, again, it's like I think it's behind a fridge or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's a Batman themed one or something, or it's a DC themed one or something. So I need to go to
That's
that.
I would definitely go to that.
Yeah. And I think there's another one somewhere. It might be the one you talking about, to be, but someone sent it to me, but I haven't actually been to it. So there's a few I've seen that I need to go to, but yeah, I ain't been to them. But they look cool. I like them.
Yeah, man. We stopped partying now. We gotta get into our bar, like
sophisticated,
the sophisticated drinks.
Get the cocks on,
and especially because you can go to them, and you can be home in bed before midnight as well. Like, because you go there, and then when it gets to like 10:30, you look at your watch.
That's not happening. Let's be real, man.
You look at that 10:30. You look at your watch, and you say, "Well, it's time to head out."
Man, you know what's gonna happen? Go get a few drinks. It's gonna be like, 10:30. What's going? Where's the next place? Where's the next
Fabric?
Yeah, literally.
Nah, we're too old to go Fabric now, man. Can't go Fabric again.
Oh man. And then obviously after that, the next day went to go karting place. It was like Mario go karting.
Oh damn! Sick. Okay.
So basically, it's not.
Rick Ross has got face tattoos now.
Like proper ones, or didn't he have like the tears and stuff? Or
no, like he let me see if it shows his face again. Like oh no, maybe not. I need him to take off his glasses because it looked like he had some like a design around his eye. Oh look, there, yeah, it's fake. It must be fake.
Yeah, fake.
Yeah, okay,
definitely.
Okay. Sorry about that. Go and continue.
So I went to a Mario Kart place where it's basically it's not big enough. It's a dark room, and then they project the maps and stuff onto the floor, and like so it's basically AR, isn't it? Like augmented reality. Yeah. So it's an AR kind of place, and you're in the go kart, drive out, and they project the map onto the floor, and you just basically going around, and you can get power ups and shoot people down, EMP the whole everyone, so everyone stops moving and all that kind of stuff. So that was pretty sick.
So how does that work? So are you in a car and it's not actually moving?
No, you're moving.
You're moving.
Yeah.
Are there actual like barriers down for the road?
No.
Oh, you just have to follow the path that's on the ground.
So it's a big dark room, and then they just everything's projected onto the floor.
Right.
So the maps are all on the floor and everything, or the course, should I say, is all on the floor and everything. You're just following the course
So
around.
can you cut corners and stuff?
You can, but it slows your vehicle down when you cut
Because
corners.
because it's similar to Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yes. And so if you do like a power to stop someone, like to slow them down or something, it actually stops.
It slows. Yeah. So if I shoot you with a, it's not exactly Mario Kart. So it's got like, rather than a mushroom, it's got a glove, a boxing glove.
Yeah.
So if I hit you with the boxing glove, it'll slow you down, and it'll say to you hit by Bez or whatever my name is.
Interesting.
And then you can, and then the EMP literally stopped everyone, and then you see one person just going around. And then you get like bullets and stuff, which when you hit people again, it slows them down, and like eggs, which you slip on and it slows you down. Bombs, which stops you for a minute and sort of thing. So yeah, it was pretty cool. You get invincibility, so you can just keep going, and you can't be hit. Speed boost, which I don't know if we did anything, the speed boost, but they've got them on the floor, and you can get power ups and speed boost. Yeah. So it was pretty sick actually. It just needs to be bigger, because like the slowest lap was like 12 seconds. So
right.
So it's tiny.
Yeah, that's very small.
Yeah. So if it was a big venue, it'd be sick, but it was just too small.
So was it just a circle then, or was it?
So literally it was just a big circle, and then the map's just kind of a bit curved and stuff. So when you're going around the circle, you might have to take a corner sharply and that kind of thing. Yeah. But it was cool. Just need to be bigger. That's the only thing. And then we went to a restaurant after called Australasia, which is like not quite a hidden place, but it was underground, like a little basement kind of place, which was quite cool. It was nice little venue. Then came back from Whiney to here. Yeah, that's it, man. Been here since.
Chilling. Right, so I guess it's my turn. What have I been doing? Yeah, so yesterday I was in a pub for the first time in like 5 years. I went down the pub, had a couple ciders. Yeah, man, I don't like pubs, but it was a decent time. It was definitely a decent time.
Did you watch the England game?
Yeah. I watched the England game. But yeah, like pubs. I don't know. Pubs are just not my vibe. I definitely prefer like bars and clubs to pubs, 100%. What else have I done?
I think pubs are literally just good for football, and that's it. That's
pretty much. Because then you at least got because you got atmosphere for the game, like, which is fine. But like anything I have, there's no other reason for me to be in a pub, I don't think. Then other than that, I've kind of had a quiet like 2 weeks. I can't lie. Just kind of been here, been working. It's been Black History Month, so I went to a Black History Month event last week. Like I went to like a lecture, a talk on African spirituality and philosophy. Got my nerd on. Which was actually really good. A really good like talk. What else? And it's been Black History Month at work as well, and I've been basically organising that whole thing by myself at work. Well, not by myself, but mostly me. But yeah, that's pretty much been my 2 weeks. I've just been working, doing up Black History Month, and then went down the pub. That's basically it. No, nothing exciting like you two.
Yeah, 1 day of excitement apparently.
one day of excitement more than me. No,
You went to the pub.
that's not exciting. Nah, that's not exciting. I should have invited you lot to the African spirituality talk. Cam's face was like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I know I can enjoy those types of things, but I probably wouldn't have come.
I don't think it would be my scene either, to be honest. Just in there.
No?
Nah.
You don't want to learn, like, you would have learnt some, I'm assuming, what tribe are you?
Gar.
You're Gar?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some talk about some Gar spirituality and Gar philosophies, and you just don't care.
My dad tells me a lot of stuff about it, and I'm like, I don't need to hear it sometimes.
That's I don't care.
Because I think my dad's side's Assyri, so, and then mom's side's Gar. It's like sometimes just like I don't want to hear it, mate. I'm just here to watch the game.
Man's like, I'm English.
I'm British. I'm British, mate.
Oh my god. But yeah, it was it. Like,
how long was it? To be fair,
it wasn't that long. It was literally like when did we get there? So we got there like 7:30ish. No, sorry, I'm lying. We got there at 6:30. Didn't start until about 7:30. So we were having drinks because it was at the Africa Centre in South Banks. Something like that. But yeah, they have like a restaurant there. They have like a bar there as well. So we were just in the bar having drinks, waiting for it to start. And then we left by like 9:30, I think. So it wasn't long at all. And it was like there was like two speakers, and there was a break in between the two speakers and everything. So yeah, it definitely wasn't long. And there was like music. There was a guy playing Bob Marley on the violin. I was a bit like, this is so strange. Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely a good time.
How good were the speakers? Because I feel like that's more my thing about like going to watch people talk, is that not about the topic, but more about how good they are talking about the topic.
So the first speaker was okay. Like he
Yeah.
was just okay. Like he was sat down and he was kind of reading off like his notes, but he was okay. The second speaker was Robin Walker. Do you know Robin
Okay,
Walker?
yeah.
And he's good.
Yeah.
Like so he was literally like he even like maybe twice or three times in the speech he was like, okay, now it's time for everyone to stretch. So up, hands to the sky, the left, the right. So he was like keeping everyone engaged, and then he would like, you know, he's one of the speakers who would like, he'd be like, I'll say something, and like, you see that, and he'll like go to someone specific in the crowd and be like, understanding what I'm saying to you, like, and so he engages the crowd in a way. So he was very, very good. Like he was very good and very like interesting to listen to. The first guy was decent as well, but he wasn't anything crazy, I would say. But Robin Walker was sick. But yeah, learned some stuff. So yeah, it's always good. You never stop learning and all that. So yeah. Right then, so let's get into our first song. I don't remember the names of any of the songs off the top of my head. Right, let's get into the P Money Ocean Wisdom track, and it's produced by Whiney. It's a drum and bass rhythm, and
Goes hard.
it goes hard.
Goes hard.
Hopefully I can tell you what it's called if you give me a minute. What? Bum, 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 bum. Who wants to talk while I find this?
Neither of us, apparently.
When you put someone on the spot to talk, he's like,
know,
what do I say?
What do I say? What words come out of my mouth right now?
You have a podcast. You're meant to be good at this.
Not on the spot.
Not on the spot.
Nah, man.
Oh yeah, there was one thing I wanted to talk about. You know the Spotify DJ thing.
The AI DJ.
Yeah, I've been using that whenever I use Spotify, which is not that often, but yeah, whenever I turn it on, I'll use that.
Yeah.
And then one day, I must have been like rapping a song the day before. I put the AI DJ on, and the first song it played was that song. And I've never listened to that song on Spotify, and I rarely listen to the artist as well. So I don't know where it pulled it from. It was it's like a D double and D power, like it's a D power song featuring D double.
Oh, is that the one from well back in the day?
Yeah, ages ago.
See No Evil.
No, not that one. It's another one.
I got the detail.
Yeah, so I was like, I must have been rapping it the day before because I heard it recently on like when I was listening to like an old Sparrow show, and then I was like, I literally was rapping. I was like, what song is that? I was like, oh yeah, it's that song. And then the next day it plays it for me. I'm like, well, okay, something's wrong here.
Yeah,
something's wrong here.
The AI's taking over. They're listening to you. I told you.
Have you man seen the Pixel 8?
Look sick.
But have you seen the AI photos?
No.
It's ridiculous. So like basically you take a photo and you can AI select your face and or the face of anyone in the picture. So like let's say us three take a photo together. I'll click on Cam's photo and then there's a picture. The AI will give it 8 different faces, let's say, and it'll be you smiling, you miserable, you crying, and I can select the face I want for that photo.
That's ridiculous.
Scary.
That's ridiculous.
Scary.
So you take
a picture of everyone so happy and then just make everyone
it miserable.
Literally.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it says. Yeah, it looks sick though. Like I'm tempted.
Yeah, like
I'm tempted by it.
I seen the I seen the phone, like the specs of it and like what it can do and stuff, and I didn't see about that, but it does look like a good phone, like a really, really good phone.
Yeah.
It looks like it'll be an upgrade from that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for a phone that feels like it will be an upgrade from what I have at the moment, and it looks like it would feel like an upgrade. Did not see anything about that AI stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at it the other day, and I started seeing that. I was like, oh my god, this is. Creepy.
Speaking of phones, I kind of want to get a Nokia flip phone.
A Nokia flip phone.
Yeah, like let me show you. I was looking at it the other day.
I was looking at the Samsung flip. I like it. I do like it.
The Samsung flip.
Yeah.
The flip one, not the fold one.
Yeah, the flip. But I think it has you can see the dip
Yeah.
in it. That's the only thing. But in the e-store, basically you can't open it fully because it's attached to thing. You can't pick it up. So like it kind of only opens to about straight would be 180 degrees, about 120 degrees.
Yeah.
So you can't quite see if the dip's there or not.
My friend has one of them. I don't know if he has the newest one or one of the older ones. But you can tell where the crease is, but it's not like so bad. I mean, it's obviously not as smooth as a regular phone.
Yeah.
But it's like not terrible, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the one I was thinking again.
Oh my god.
Is that okay?
Nokia 260.
So when it's
Nokia 2660. Sorry.
So when it's closed, it's like a touchscreen phone. And when you open up, it's got the
It's not a
proper-
touchscreen.
It's
Is
just,
it not?
it's got a
It's
display.
just got a screen. It's just got
Just
a regular
this
screen.
Regular display. There's no touchscreen here.
And
Okay.
that's your second phone or getting rid of your Samsung.
So I was thinking about using it as my second phone.
Yeah.
Like literally, like because it's a new phone, so it takes so it's got 4G signal and it takes the micro SIM or whatever the SIMs
Yeah.
we use now.
Yeah, micro, yeah.
Nano. I feel like the Nano Sims now.
Probably
Yeah,
nano.
Nano actually, yeah, it's the tiny ones.
Yeah, so it does that. So it takes all of that. But yeah, I was thinking of getting it as like a second phone, as I can't be bothered to interact with the world today phone.
Yeah.
Let me just put my SIM in this and go out, because it's basically just like
You have no WhatsApp, no nothing on it.
no WhatsApp. It does have internet, but it doesn't have like an app store.
Mm-hmm.
So you can browse the internet, but you can't like download Facebook app or.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that sounds perfect. I'm like, if you need me, text me, call me.
Yeah.
Like no WhatsApp, don't message me on WhatsApp. But it's just like some days I'm like, I just want to be away from my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But when I have it, you can't. I feel like you can't be away from it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So like, how do I say this? Like so. Yes, like say, imagine like I don't know, I'm busy. I got something I want to do, like, or I go out somewhere. Let's say,
Yeah.
I'm going to a club. Let's do it that way. Not that I go to clubs anymore, but let's say I was going to a club. And yeah, I feel like if I just took a Nokia 2660, I would be out enjoying myself more than if I had my Samsung S21 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like getting messages, taking pictures, like doing all this extra stuff that you don't need to do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, this little phone that doesn't have much capability might be fun to have and run around with, like every now and again and every now and then.
It's every now and then it'll be nice, but I feel like if you got in your Samsung, if you're out and stuff, I feel like you can not use your phone when you're out.
Yeah, definitely. I don't use my phone as much as like loads of other people.
Some people are
like,
literally on their phone all night, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
I feel like you can not use your phone when you're out. It's more like, I guess, if when you're going to work or something, if you want to get away from the world, or if you're like just you're going to London to do a bit of shopping, so you want to get away from the world. Then
But this is what I'm talking about. Like those kind of moments of like, yeah, like I don't want to be so accessible at this time, or like I don't feel like I need to be so accessible at this time, or whatever. Like I feel like it'd be good to just be like, and especially because it costs £50.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's not
It's not a big investment.
Yeah, it's not like a crazy investment. It's like £50 to just have a phone that you can just run around with. Like, yeah, and just like.
You can just go full old school, get a pay-as-you-go SIM, and then just bang it in whenever you feel.
But then I'll just have both of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you have both of them still, and then sometimes you just leave your Samsung at home, take the Nokia out.
But no one would call me on that number. Like if I was like, oh, here's my new number, blah blah blah, people would just call me on my existing number and then just think I'm dead. If I do that. Like if I swap the SIMs between the two, at least if someone calls me, it will just go through to the phone that I have with me.
But if you need like Google Maps or something, though,
How did people get around without Google Maps before?
A to Z.
No. Road signs.
If you're going to a shop,
Yeah, road signs aren't going to help you if you don't know where you're going. Like
Yeah.
if you don't know where you're meant to be going.
Where in London would I be that I would be so confused I don't know where I'm going?
I don't know. I don't know what parts of London you know.
Where? Where in London would you be confused? Where would you be? Like,
I can't get anywhere without maps.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
what do you mean you can't get anywhere without maps?
Outside of like the area where I grew up, I can't get anywhere without maps.
You like insane. There's no way that you could tell me that you can't go to like somewhere in Central, like, and be fine.
It depends.
There's
on
a few
where.
places, like anywhere along, like that middle piece of Central Line.
Mm-hmm.
If it's there, I'll be fine.
Marble Arch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've been there enough times that I'll be like, okay, cool, I can get to, and the train stations are so close by. There's always like signs.
But
pointing
this is what I'm
towards them.
saying, and there's signs pointing to other things as well. There's signs pointing to so many
But if you're trying
landmarks.
to get to a specific place,
Yeah.
then how are you supposed to find that?
There's a video on the internet of me and my friend, shout out Ryan, going to the London Eye with no Google Maps from
That's
I
the
don't know.
London Eye. Like how you get to like a small store. That you set
But
out
we
for.
couldn't see it. We were like where we started, we couldn't see it.
But
So
I'm not saying
eventually,
about
yeah, we
seeing
could
it,
see-
but like
well, then what?
I'm not talking about seeing it.
You
I'm
can
saying
ask someone. Where's
I'm saying the London Eye
They'll be like, "It's
is
down there."
the London Eye will
it's a landmark.
have
We
signs
didn't
pointing towards
ask
it.
anyone. We just walked.
But it's got signs and stuff like as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even look at signs. We just knew where we were going because we knew where we were, and it was like a good 25 half an hour walk. It was a good walk away, but we just kind of knew the vague direction that we needed to go in to get there, so we walked. And I feel like
I think London's a very big place.
it is.
There's a.
But I'm saying, where would I be? Where do you think I'm going? That I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna take my smartphone. I'm gonna take my dumb phone.
Alright, well, okay. Let's say you've gone into London to go. Let's say, I don't know. You've gone to go Uniqlo in London or something. Let's say, for
Okay.
example. Then you see a sign that a certain shop has something that you're like, oh my god.
That's the sign would have more information.
It would say the location. It would say the It was not going to tell you directions. It's going to tell you the shop address.
Okay.
How you getting there if you don't know the address?
There are maps also. There's mad maps like in London. Like if we're talking central London, they have loads of those like standing things that goes like you are here and then these are the roads around you. Blah, 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 blah.
They're tied. They're very close knit. Like it tell you like about 10 roads over, if that even.
How did people get around before smartphones? They did it. I'm telling you.
I
Like,
think the world was set up differently
But
back
yeah,
then.
now the world is like set up in a way that's more convenient for smartphone. Like everyone to have a smartphone.
sure, definitely, but I'm telling you, it'll be fine. Like I can't imagine a situation. There's rarely a situation where I'm going to, like, I'll use my Google Maps for convenience. I don't think it's ever a necessity that I need to use Google Maps. Like, I feel like I'll use it for convenience. Like when I'm already out. Like if I'm going
Yeah.
somewhere brand new, I would look before I leave the house.
Yeah.
And I would memorize that. So I wouldn't need the phone with me anyway, because I would memorize the route.
You got a good memory then. Because like, okay, I went to Manchester the other day.
Yeah.
No chance could I got anywhere without Google Maps. I would have been stuck at the station. I couldn't. There's no way I can memorize the route. No chance.
Nah.
After doing a couple routes a few times, like okay, I can get from the hotel to work to certain places, back to the hotel. But getting from the station, start to use Google Maps to get back from the hotel to the station.
That's crazy. When I went to Milan earlier this year, I memorized the route, the walk from the bus stop. So I got to the airport, got on a bus, into the central city centre, and I had memorized the route from the bus stop to where I was going. I was going to some museum and gallery place, because I didn't want to have because when you're a tourist and stuff, you don't want to have your phone, be your head in your phone. So I memorized the route beforehand. I was like, okay, cool. I've got to walk here. Then it says to go left at this road, right at that road, blah blah blah. I memorized it and just kept looking. I just had to keep looking out for the signs of what the road names were and stuff.
Yeah.
And landmarks and whatever. But yeah, I feel like when you have to, you can do these things. Like I feel like it's I feel trust in yourself more. Trust in yourself more. I think it's easy to use Google Maps. It's always easy to use Google Maps. But I feel like if you didn't have it, I feel like you'd be fine. I feel like both of you would be fine.
Nah.
I think I could memorize a map beforehand.
Yeah.
But if I had to try and find somewhere afterwards, after the fact of leaving my home, I don't know if I could.
But even with say a McDonald's or stuff, you always see signs that's McDonald's this way, so you go in that way. They have arrows pointing and stuff, no?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's
in some places, not all McDonald's.
not all of them, but if they're gonna advertise it, they're gonna advertise it with a direction.
Yeah.
And also, like you said, you can always ask people as well. Like in your example of if I'm looking for a shop and if it's a shop in central London, just pick. I would probably ask someone in the store. I'm not asking someone on the street, but I'll go into like you said, I was going to Uniqlo. Probably ask the cashier in Uniqlo, hey, sorry, do you know the direction to XYZ store?
Yeah.
I'm sure they can help.
They might be able to. Might not.
They probably pull out the Google Maps.
But even that is valid. That's what I'm saying. I don't need to have Google Maps for them to do that for me. And just be like, hey, sorry, this is my phone, so I can't do that. Can you just Google Maps me the direction to XYZ place? Like, you could do that, or even like get on the bus, ask the bus driver. He'd probably be pissed at you, or she would probably be pissed at you. But these are things you can do. Like, hey, do you know? Like, yeah.
I think it would just be very difficult.
It wouldn't be as easy as Google Maps. I'm never gonna say that, but I'm saying it's doable. Very doable.
By the time you get to the shop, it'll be closed.
Nah, I'm not gonna say that. And also, there is a thing where if it's too difficult, you just don't go.
Yeah, of course.
Especially because clearly it wasn't in your plan anyway. Because otherwise you would know where you were going.
Nah, because you didn't know about it, and then you see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's clearly not in your plan anyway. And if it's too difficult to figure out, you just don't go, and you just miss out that day. And and I feel like we don't miss out on stuff enough.
Nah, man, that's like
saying give up more.
Yeah, like I feel like that's a part of the human existence, is like missing out on things. Being like, do you know what, this can't work, it's too difficult. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, you need to have your phone on you, and you could go. You don't need to miss out. You just have
But then you go and it's rubbish.
Put your phone on calls only.
And then you go and it's rubbish. No, but the thing is, I feel like there's a difference between having your phone on like D&D or calls only or whatever.
Yeah.
And not having it. I feel like there's very different. Like there was a very different feeling.
Course, yeah.
So yeah, I want to experience the feeling of just clean not having it.
Yeah.
Like I think it could be interesting.
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
Nah.
Why?
I need it for when I feel.
You barely use your phone anyway.
No, I know. I don't use it to as a phone. I need it for if I'm in a situation where I feel like anxious or anything. I like to have my phone in my hand and just dive into it real quick.
I feel like this would be even better because it has Snake on it.
Honestly, that's probably true. That game will get me.
You should have started with that argument.
Should have been like, yeah, I want to get this phone because it's got Snake on it. Oh man. Right. Yeah, like you can still die. Like I said, it's got 4G. It's not 5G, but it's got 4G. It's got a browser, like, and it's got games in it. Like if you,
I don't even need specific things. I just like to flick through, and I feel like I guess I definitely could do that on a flip phone, on an old school flip phone, and just.
I think my thing with my phone is just having music or like something to listen to, like YouTube videos. Now I got YouTube Premium and can just whack a YouTube video on and close my phone and walk with that on. Like, something to listen to. That's my thing. Like on the train, when I was on the train, it's like I download videos. I'm like, I need to just have something there. I can't just have nothing. I need to have my headphones on and just walk with that sort of thing.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. For most days, I would be the same. I'd be like, okay. And like, again, if I'm going on a long journey, of course I'm taking my smartphone. But like, and for most days, I want to listen to music or a podcast or a video or whatever. I want to like do that. But for me, the older I'm getting anyway, some days I'm just like, I just want peace today.
Yeah.
And like, and again, that involves not listening to music for me sometimes, because when I listen to music, it doesn't it doesn't relax me. Like my brain is working.
Yeah.
Like, it's a shame. It's a shame because like literally, like even just now when we were looking at listening to Quavo's song, Offset's song, I was like, oh yeah, these snares are similar. Like that's how my brain works when I listen to music, and that's not.
It's still at work.
That's not like a restful like thing to be in. So like sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to listen to any music. I just want to walk around it. Listen to the birds chirping, to that vibe, and just like be like hear the city around me.
That makes me so uncomfortable.
What?
Like hearing the birds in the city, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I need to drown it out.
You want to drown out the life?
Nature.
That's life.
I want to live in a world. I want to make it so that I feel like there's nothing around me. Obviously, I can see things, so I know there's stuff around me. But if I can't hear it, then I feel good.
That's crazy. I like it. I don't like it when people are being dumb. So like, I don't like it if I don't have my headphones in and someone's on the train arguing with like their missus on the phone or something. That's annoying.
Yeah.
But like when people are being normal, like just having, I guess, normal conversations, going about their day just normally, blah, 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 and you have like the birds chirping, maybe like some school kids. When I say school kids, I mean young school kids, because them teenagers, fuck them teenagers. But like your 7 and under year olds, can be quite cute just to listen to what they're saying and stuff, and what they're doing.
I think the issue is that I haven't actually, like, since high school, I don't think I've left the house without some sort of music. So I'm just like so used to it that if it's not there, I'm like, something's wrong.
Feels weird.
Something is wrong.
That was me. That was definitely me. Until, I was just like, let me just go and see. Like, I think what happened, I think it was the first time I got caught in the rain when I was running. Caught in the rain. And this is when I had Bluetooth headphones. And the rain, because it was quite heavy rain, the rain kept hitting the headphone and turning it off. And they were getting kind of drenched as well. So I was like, okay, let me take these out, put it in my pocket. And then so I just did the rest of my run, just running in the rain. And I was like, do you know what? This isn't too bad. Like, the rain was bothering me more than the lack of music, if that makes sense. And I was like, do you know, I could go for walks like this. I could walk to the train station like this. I could walk, around like this. And it's not been too bad. So like sometimes I'll just like, I'll go on the bus if I'm going on the bus and just not listen to music and look out the window, see what's going on in the world and all that, and be with my thoughts,
I literally carry multiple headphones and technically multiple things that can play music because my watch can. So like if there's been a few times my phone has died.
Do you have your music downloaded onto your watch?
I have a few things, and also it can go on Spotify. So like so there's been a few times when my phone has died.
Wait, your watch has the network?
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
So yeah, my if like my phone dies, then I just connect to my watch and I'm still good to go.
That's crazy. That's mad. Well, yeah, so that was my thought process anyway. I might still get it. Like I say, it's only £50.
It's worth a shot, innit? Just see how you feel. You might love it.
I might love it. I might hate it. Either way.
Snake was going to be a banger still.
You're playing Snake regardless.
I feel like £50 to play Snake is mine now. Like, literally, like
to play the best version of Snake as well. Like,
is it the OG version?
I think it's the OG buttons and like his actual physical buttons as well. Like Snake on a touchscreen phone just doesn't hit the same. Does not hit the same at all. So yeah, I was looking at different ones. Like, so there was the 2660, but then you know how they brought back like the 3610 and all of that. Like I was like, okay, that might be too far back. Like, because flip phones were at least still like, like I feel like the 3610 and them phones, I was a child.
2001, 2002 kind of time.
And I feel like the flip phones were more like 05, 06, like. Yeah, just before Sony Ericsson kind of blew up.
Yeah.
So yeah, £50 at Argos. That might be the move. But yeah, anyway, I found the song name ages ago. So it's P Money and Whiney. Track is entitled Junkyard and it's featuring Ocean Wisdom. So yeah, take this one in. It goes very, very hard. Nice drum and bass banger. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah, cause I will pull up on you quick. Bang from the whip. Junkyard shit. Get it crushed quick. Feds might be pissed. They ain't finding shit. Link up with the crew. Head back to the bits where I pull up on you quick. Bang from the whip. Junkyard shit. Get it crushed quick. Feds might be pissed. They ain't finding shit. Link up with the crew. Head back to the bit. Let me take it from the top. Back in New Cross. Ask them lot about me. This is where I got my flow locked. Drove a stolen car to school. If I got chased, I didn't stop. Fast and furious, I spin off like I'm Hobbs or the Rock. People stay what? Really repped for my block. I was fighting before I knew about Goku or Brock. Left and right, man dropped. Never scared, never soft. It was Peck and B ghetto, so you had to be on job. You were shook if you just watched them from the ends. I've seen a lot, I've seen it jam, I've seen it pop. I've seen a life and seen it lost. It's sad to say, but this environment has made me change a lot. I used to be so flipping quiet. Nowadays I'm flipping off like I will pull up on you quick. Bang from the whip. Junkyard shit. Get it crushed quick.
And we're back. So that track right there, that was P Money and Whiney, track titled Junkyard. Shout out to Ocean Wisdom on the feature as well. Some epic back and forth rapping there over some drum and bass beats and that. Hard. Right then, Bez, do you want to give us an update on the YouTube boxing real quick since you're watching it?
Yeah. So it's been alright from what I've been seeing. Just Logan Paul and Dylan Danish match just finished. I was showing you lot madness happening.
It's foolish.
Madness.
Actually, so all right. Just to recap, they were having a boxing match.
Yeah.
Logan Paul is former amateur wrestler, I guess.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Pro wrestler.
Pro wrestler now, and predominantly a YouTuber, podcaster. Type person, and he influencer, businessman, whatever. And he's boxing a UFC
MMA guy. Yeah, I think he was in like jiu-jitsu specialist.
Okay.
I think he was in like Bellator or something.
Okay, so not even UFC.
Yeah, nah.
Shocking. Right, and from what I saw, the jiu-jitsu guy kept going. Well, twice he went.
Tried to take down twice in a boxing match. So basically, from what I was seeing, as I was saying to you, I think Logan's about to win because the guy's not throwing any punches at all. And then he tried to take down once. Logan managed to block it. Mm-hmm. They had a bit more of a scrap. Last round, match is about to finish. Obviously, the guy probably knows he's lost. Tries to take down at the end. Logan blocks it. Basically, gets him down to the floor. Starfished out. Throws one ground bang on him. And then, just all kicks off. He gets up, tries swinging for Logan more, and then all security rushes the stage, and all kicks off. So, a bit of madness on that one.
I think Logan's guys shouldn't have stepped in. They should have just let him have him. Because clearly, he was not doing anything. Clearly, Logan would have had him up at any point.
You think so?
I mean, he was having him up the whole time.
No, but if you're adding jiu-jitsu into the situation, you think Logan's
He tried to punch him though. He just tried to swing for him again.
Okay.
And he missed.
Yeah.
And then
what if he tried to bicycle kick him? Like if we that's what I'm saying. Logan won the boxing match, sure, but like you don't know what. Like if we're taking the rule book out, we don't know what happens next.
He already tried to do 2 takedowns and he failed both times.
Third time's the charm. What do you mean? I
think kicks might have been the problem. Yeah, if he starts bringing kicks in and stuff, then
that point, then they can jump.
Then they jump in.
They jumped in immediately when they didn't.
But they should because the rules are being broken.
And he could get you down and snap your arm or something.
Yeah, if he's doing jiu-jitsu, he literally break your arm, break your leg.
Doesn't sound like he's very good at anything.
Cam's cool at Dylan Danish.
I know.
Yeah, I'll have him 0 months of 0 days of training. 0 days of training. He can't do nothing to me.
You're an idiot.
Well, we'll try to get you on the next Misfits card. See what we can do.
I just think this whole thing is silly. I can't lie. I've the first time when it was KSI and Joe Weller, was that the first one?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? And now I'm still like, what the fuck is happening? What is this world that we're living in?
Why does it offend you, man? It's just a thing that's happening.
Because it's stupid. It's literally stupid. Like, I just don't understand it. I can't lie.
What did you think of the YouTube Simon charity match?
Football?
Yeah. They've done it a few years.
That's fine because A, it's a charity game. I don't understand why it gets so much like publicity and stuff still. But A, it's a charity game, and B, football is a sport that everyone kind of plays anyway. Like
at least the UK guys.
Yeah.
Like we all grew up playing football we all have football experience, or at least the UK guys have.
For the most part,
if you grew up in the UK, for the most part, you have some football experience. Whether, that could just be the playground. That doesn't even need to. But it could be you played at high school. It could be you might have even played at uni. You might have had a weekend club that you played for. Like for the most part, if you grew up in the UK, you have some level of football experience. These man just picked up boxing yesterday, and then start doing pay-per-views. I think it's ridiculous. I think it would be just as ridiculous if they started playing lacrosse. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. And like if they started playing lacrosse, they would be more popular than the most popular lacrosse player out there already. Like from the jump, And I just think it's offensive to the. I just think it's offensive to actual boxers. I think it would be offensive to actual lacrosse players. I think it's just a mockery.
But then football, like the Simon charity match, probably got more views than league championship games would get.
Yes.
So is that again offensive to them?
No, because one is for charity. These boxing events aren't for charity.
No.
Two, again, like I say, they have experience with it. Like, it's not a when you.
But then Logan has fighting experience. He's wrestled.
Boxing experience.
He's trained in boxing.
He's training boxing now because he started doing YouTube boxing.
Yeah.
It's
But
the
then
chicken and the egg. It's the chicken and the egg thing.
No, but that's gaining experience, though, isn't it? They didn't just jump in the ring. They practice. They have to learn. They go and spar. They do training. It's not just they didn't get in the ring and then say, okay, now let me learn. Some people did, granted. They're idiots. Very true. But then some people, they have to learn it. They have to learn the craft.
Yes, they're learning it now because they've been doing it for a while and whatnot. And yes, they trained before the first ones or whatever.
Yeah.
My point is, right.
You gotta start somewhere, man.
If it was just a once yearly charity thing, would you be fine with it?
It'd be more okay. But like my thing is, all right, I'm a DJ, right?
Yeah.
It would piss me off just as much if they started just doing DJ sets. And even
Big Star DJs.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Big Star started DJing.
Big time.
Fucking annoying. But like but that's what I'm saying. Like even he might be the coldest DJ out. He might be technically sick now. Yeah. But if he started and we're just clanging up the place, which is what they're doing. They're doing the equivalent of that.
Yeah.
In terms of boxing, I would just be like, what the hell? Like, what? You're taking what I do seriously, and just because you've got notoriety, you've got popularity from Minecraft, from Minecraft of all fucking things, yeah. And you're gonna run and do something else that you have no ability and no talent for, whatever. But you're leveraging your popularity in one area for another area. I just feel like it's just ridiculous. It's very it's that, as you know, that thing where people are like, oh, everyone's got the same 24 hours. Blah, 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 blah. It's very like it kind of to me falls into that kind of world of things as well, like where. Yeah, not everyone's 24 hours is the same at the end of the day. Like, some people can do more in their 24 hours than others based on who they are, their background, blah, blah, blah. And that's what it is. I just, when I see this, I feel bad for professional boxers who are better boxers than they are.
Yeah.
They might not be your Tyson Furies or Deontay Wilders, Anthony Joshua's. They might not be the top dogs or like your Canelos or whoever's like big in boxing. Yeah. They might not be the absolute top dogs of the sport, but they're better than Logan Paul. They're better than KSI. They're better than these man.
Yeah,
but they could never sniff an opportunity like that unless they're fighting one of them.
Yeah,
they could never sniff that, and these men are sniffing it and getting it just based off of who they are in a completely different world, and that rubs me the wrong way. That's why I don't like it.
But I mean, I guess there's a YouTube thing though. It's like obviously you've got like, so Tommy Fury's fighting on it. He's a boxer, but then it's not. I feel like them fighting other YouTubers. It's not the same as the boxing world. It's a YouTube influencer world. It's like literally. It's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of.
So they're not really taking money from the boxers. They're just taking.
I mean, they're not.
They're gaining money from.
They're not directly taking money from boxers. No, they're not literally dipping in their pockets and taking money out.
Yeah.
Or they're not taking like title opportunities from them or anything like that. No, but still, like,
I do get that it's like, it is like, yeah, if a boxer's sitting at home thinking I put in all this work and I can't get no attention, and they're getting all this money from my sport that I've dedicated my life to, I do get that. But I also think it's just. I feel like if they were doing it more on the level that they should be doing it on as YouTubers, I would be fine. I would be like 100% fine with it. I'm not 100% fine with it at the minute. I'm like I think it's garbage. I think it's garbage content, and I think it's people are putting too much money into it. Like but I think if they were doing it on a level where it's like boxers, it's YouTubers versus YouTubers, and they're doing it just for their channels or whatever, and they're just posting it on their channels or they're live streaming it on their channels or whatever, I think that would be fine.
See, I that would be better for me as well. That's what I'm saying. They're doing like serious pay per view. You're like illegally streaming this right now because they're doing.
Don't bait. I'm watching on a legitimate site.
Yeah, whatever. But they're legitimately doing.
Man's got out gigs.
What?
KSI is
Hollow
talking-
Man.
Yeah. KSI came out of Lambo. This is literally wrestling. It's WWE.
That's what I'm saying. It's a farce. It's actually a farce. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Like, if they literally like filmed it and uploaded it to their YouTube channel or whatever, I could get that. That's one thing. You're doing what you're doing.
You're doing your thing.
Yeah, you're doing your thing. You're just
staying in your lane.
You're making content. It just happens to be boxing content or whatever.
Yeah,
that's fine. But the fact that they're putting on legitimate boxing events.
This is what it started as. This is what Joe Weller and
that's what it should have stayed. That's what it should have stayed.
I know, but that's not what it is now.
Who were like, oh, we want a piece of it. Like you
but
saw.
Even, okay, but
what's Eddie Hearn, the boxing promoter?
Yeah.
What did you see what he said about it?
No.
So basically, he said when it first started, Joe Weller and KSI, he was like, "What is this bullshit? This is ridiculous."
Yeah.
And I was making money.
Yeah. Then obviously after KSI and Logan happened, he's like, this actually looks decent. Like
he's a grifter. I don't take it. I know this guy. Oh, I don't know him like that. I'm not really a big boxing kind of fan, but I know enough of him to know that when there's dollar signs involved, he don't give a fuck. So he's not the person who's ever going to sway me on anything. Like,
yeah, he's not trying to keep the sport pure. He's
I don't
make the most money.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he cares.
I don't know how much involved he is. I don't see him at all. But I just think he's just
he might. The thing is, he might not be involved at all. But he's the type of person that would be like, I'm not trying to stop anyone else's money.
Yeah.
And I do get that. I ain't trying to stop their money per se, but I think there are more important things than money at the same time. And also I can see it from other people's perspective. And I just feel like, the amount of money being pumped into this boxing event, but I just feel bad for people who are trying to do serious boxing events with serious boxers that can't get that. Like the sponsorships that these lot are getting. All, like there's so much stuff like other than the actual boxing itself. There's so much stuff wrapped up in it that I'm like, I just feel bad for serious boxers at the same time.
But do you see the other side of it though? Like it could actually bring fans and other people into the boxing world more because like
I don't think it can.
I don't. That's what I was saying. I don't think it does.
No, but like. Let's say you watch the show and you enjoy it, and then they're promoting other fights all the time on these shows as well. You might decide, let me tune in because like so. I
honestly don't think there's that much crossover. I feel like most.
No. So for example, you have to sign up to the Zone's like kind of streaming service to watch this, and then that's when you can do the PPV sort of stuff.
Yeah,
you might see a match that's happening next week, and then it's free on the app you've now signed up for a month. You're like, okay, let me tune in and see what it's like, and then you might watch it and be, this is cool.
I don't think that happens. I can't lie to you. I feel like people watch it for the personalities that they like, and also I'll tell you why I don't think it happens, because I don't feel like that works in almost anything. Like not just this. I don't think that works in almost like. Do you know how many stuff I watch that tries to promote other things? And I'm like, I'm not here for this. I mean, like so much stuff. Like even we're calling this wrestling. Do you know how much stuff I'm watching WWE and they're trying to promote left, right, and center? They've tried to promote loads of stuff, and I'm like, half the stuff I'm like, you'll never find me watching any of it. They're like, oh, Seth Rollins is gonna be at this, that, the third. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like
no, but it's like Amazon. Amazon has adverts before stuff you watch, and I'll be like, oh, this is interesting. Add it to my watch list. Now I might watch it.
But that's different because they're promoting a TV show that might interest you.
Yeah, so like the boxing thing, if it interests you.
I don't think people are interested in real boxing when they're watching this.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I feel like this boxing is not representative of what actual boxing
is.
It's
not.
No.
Yeah, you're right. It's not. But then I feel like you have to see it to know it. You have to see actual boxing. Because if you see this and be like, oh my God, this is sick. This is what boxing like. I'm missing out. And then you watch real boxing. You might be like, okay, this isn't the same.
Yeah.
You might watch it and still enjoy it. It's not the same. But you're like, oh, actually, that was still fun. I'm going to watch the next fight as well. And then...
Maybe, but I feel like it's not enough people do it. I feel like
I feel like that's going to be marginal. I feel like, I don't think any, like, there's going to be a relevant amount of people that do that.
I don't know. Because
if there was, they've been doing this for a few years now.
Yeah.
You would hear it, like we would hear about it. Like people would be talking about the fact that
that
there's been a boom in people watching boxing.
But you see
There
that
isn't.
you see the people. You see I see boxing way more nowadays than I would see a couple years ago. Besides the big fights.
Nah.
100%.
I don't. I'm not fucking with that. I don't believe that's
100%.
I don't believe that's true. I feel like it's about the same. I feel like honestly, it's about the same.
Nah,
Like,
before like a couple years ago, I wouldn't see anything like. So let's say Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz fought.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the only thing I would have seen in boxing for the like few years before that. Now I've seen maybe there's just more fights going on now, but I saw about Canelo the other day. I've never seen Canelo. I've seen like 2 Canelo fights pop up on Twitter.
you're just in group chats with people who watch boxing, though.
No, but I see it on Twitter and stuff as well. Maybe because my phone is
But
now
that's
having it talked about.
This is what I'm saying.
Is
It's probably because it's in your algorithm now.
maybe that's why. But that's the thing. That's how people see these things, the algorithms and stuff.
Did you watch the Canelo fight?
No.
There we go. There we go.
I didn't even know when it was on.
But this is what I'm saying. There we go. More again to the point. There we go.
No,
this is
but
what I'm saying.
I'm not in. I'm watching this, and that's it.
That's what I'm saying. You're locked into this.
I'm not even.
You're locked.
I haven't seen one advert this whole time because I'm talking to you lot.
You're locked into this, bro. We're having a conversation, right? We're here having a conversation, recording a podcast. My man's got the YouTube boxing on his phone. That's how locked into it you are. The only other thing I see you watch is Arsenal games, right? So
I watch all football games.
Damn, okay. The only other thing I see you watch is football games that
Yeah.
we're recording. So you're putting this on the same level as the football, right? That's how locked in you are to it, right?
We would watch WWE as well. We've watched many.
We
things.
just put random shit on the TV.
No, you put WWE on before when we were watching
Live.
If
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So like, if there's something live, there's not really many live stuff going on at this time.
No,
that
but
we would watch.
but that's what I'm saying. But we put that on because we're locked into WWE as well. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying you're locked in to this world.
It's
And
different.
then you just said to me 2 seconds ago you didn't even know when the Canelo fight
but
was,
it's different
and that's one
from
of the
me.
biggest
I'm not
fights.
locked
And that's
in.
one of the biggest
I'm not
fights of
locked
the
in
year.
there because, as I just said, I'm not. I'm not for Arsenal. I have here. You'd be watching it with me. I've got this on the other side.
You do
It's
it the
I'm
same
not
way.
even looking
You
at
do it
it.
the same way. Come
I'm
on,
not even.
man.
I haven't. Like, I'm not. It's different from me watching it. Like, if it's on the TV and I'm watching it,
Yeah.
then I might see stuff more. But it's there in the corner. I'm barely even looking at it.
But I
I've seen the
think
odd thing.
more people are like you than
Than
anything
anything.
else.
That's what I'm saying. Definitely, I think that's definitely. The
But
case.
I think it's a mixture. I feel like you'll get people to watch it more, and probably maybe minimal.
Do you know? I can't lie to you. In this world,
But it's not taken away from it, I don't
In 20, I feel like maybe 10 years ago you might have had that. I feel like in 2023, I think a lot of people, especially the younger generation, they like what they like and what they don't know or don't like, they do not care about.
Maybe.
Like they can. I feel like the younger generation, anything they're not in tune with, they just block it out. And that's my experience of youngsters anyway. Like you will have something in their face, and you'll ask them about it 5 minutes later. It didn't register to them because they've come up in this world of phones or whatever, and I guess they've learnt to block things out that they don't care about.
Yeah, that's true. But no, I don't think it takes away from anything as well. That's my thing as well. So it's like it can only add to it. It's like if you're seeing something more than you would see it anyway.
And do you know why even more so this annoys me? Because remember when they were doing the diss tracks and stuff?
Yeah.
Again, just doing shit badly. Just doing shit badly. Why? Like on the one hand, I get it's fun or enjoyable, and have your fun, blah blah blah, and that was fine because, like I said, they're uploading it to their own channels. It's within their own bubble, whatever. That was fine. But you're taking something serious, or you're taking something that people take seriously and that they work at, and it's their craft, it's their art, it's what stuff that they take years and years and years and years and years and years to build up and get good at.
Yeah.
And then you just wake up one day and say, I want to do this, and I want to do this at a professional level.
I think that's just what YouTube is, though.
That is literally what YouTube is.
And it bugs me. It bugs me.
I mean,
It bugs me. So it's not just YouTube boxing. That's what I'm saying. It's not just YouTube boxing I have a problem with. It's so much stuff that bugs me. Like sometimes I'll be on YouTube. I'll be watching a video about someone. Like I watch videos about all kinds of content on YouTube, like in terms of like educational content and stuff. And I'll be watching videos about people talking about, I don't know, economics or something. And I'll be listening to them, and I know economics quite well. I'll be listening to them, And I'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'll go in their channel, and it will just be like, oh yeah, like I just have a passion for economics, like It just be no education, hasn't read a book, just vibes, just pure vibes. I'm just gonna get on here and start talking like I know something. And that bugs me. It's like, in the same way that I'm like, people would never, and I get it because it's easier to consume information through videos and it's more entertaining and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, there's actual economists and there's actual people who know what they're talking about that will never, nothing they actually do in their life will get that many views.
Yeah.
Or will get that much engagement. And I just think, for me personally, that will always rub me the wrong way. I feel like society is starting to value things wrong. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
like these people,
you're not wrong.
KSI, Logan Paul, they're all super charismatic people. They're all very entertaining people. They're actually, I can't lie to you, pretty talented and athletic in that regard as well. Like, they're not like just any dude down the pub. I'll give them that credit. They're not like, and they have trained and whatnot. I'll absolutely give them that credit. But put them in with a boxer of their size that's actually going to fight them.
Yeah.
That's not on this bullshit WWE scripted nonsense, which I think most of this is. I don't think they're winning. And I think they need to keep, and as soon as they start losing, I think this goes very differently.
Well, yeah, that's literally what it is. It's if they fight, like, so KSI is fighting Tommy Fury, obviously, he's a real boxer. If KSI loses, they might do a rematch, but then it's like, that's kind of, no one, people will start dipping away from it.
That will,
it probably won't kill it straight away, but
it will definitely
put a huge dent
that will
in
be
it.
the peak. That will be the peak, and then I think it will be down from there.
Yeah, 100%.
If he loses, and this is why I don't think it's real anyway. Like, or maybe it is real, but it's like, do you know what? And this kind of works in boxing as well, but I think in this especially, I feel like people go into it like, okay, cool, let's just make this interesting. And if it's interesting, we can have a rematch. I don't need to win this fight.
Yeah.
There's more money on the table if there's just if I lose, then there's a rematch.
That only works in some cases. Like, so, for example, Logan and KSI. I mean, not Tommy and KSI. No one surely can go into this wanting to, like, being okay to lose this. Like, draw, maybe they could both be like, okay, we'll draw this and have a rematch, and one of us will win that one.
Didn't Tommy lose to Jake the other day?
No, Tommy beat Jake.
He beat Jake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, because KSI, he's all going in saying, it's all about legacy. This, if I lose this, my legacy's over. And Tommy Fury, he's saying, he's the 9-0 boxer. His family's a boxing family, all this kind of stuff. So it's like, I feel like none of them can go into this and be like, okay, I'm okay to lose this.
I think they can. I think they can say all of that in the public, of course. And I think do you know what? If this is I think this, right? It's based on nothing but vibes, right? I think I can't act like I know what I'm talking about here. I think that with this fight, either one of them could be happy to lose. KSI can say whatever, this is about legacy, blah blah blah, but he's trying to sell the fight.
Yeah,
he can go into that like, this is a professional boxer. He's a Fury. I can lose to him. I think Tommy Fury, he can lose to KSI because this is the money's just crazy. Like, the money, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, Tommy Fury as a boxer, from what I've seen from what I've heard about him, and again, I don't know too much, but his boxing career, I feel like he's probably made more money from the Jake Paul fight he did the other day than his entire boxing career. And this is probably going to dwarf that still.
Yeah.
So I don't think he cares.
But then I feel like having your record say the one you lost you had is to a YouTuber, it puts a bit of a dampener on your career.
I mean, from the outside, but for him, it's like, I made
crazy money. I did bank, but then, like, at the same time,
the thing is, Bez, fighting a YouTuber puts
it does. No, 100%. Yeah,
fighting a YouTuber in the first place,
losing to a YouTuber as well. You're already fighting him. Now you've lost to him. That's even worse.
I think the outcome doesn't matter. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Beating the YouTuber doesn't boost his career.
That's what I'm saying.
But then losing does. It makes it so much worse.
His career's finished, bro. He's fighting YouTubers. He's not gonna go back to do serious boxing. I don't
If
see
he
that
loses,
happening.
he's not, because he's going to rematch him. But if he wins, he can go back to normal ones.
He can, but it just doesn't make sense because A, the money's not going to be there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. The money's not going to be there. And B, he's going to be caked. Also.
No, but now that's why. But money doesn't matter then, does it?
Of course, the money.
Now he goes for the passion of it, and I want to win titles. I want to do this. I want to be.
He wouldn't be doing this. That's what I'm saying.
No, but that's why he's fighting for the money now, and then he's got the money. Now he's okay. Let me go to win. Like, so there's the guy.
It could be that. It could be like, okay, I need some money, so let me do this.
He doesn't need money,
and then let me go back to boxing.
His wife was bankrolling him before, wasn't she? So Molly May. Yeah. So now he can like, I've got the money. Let me, because obviously there was Vidal Riley. He was KSI's trainer before. He was a boxer, and I think he's like kind of in the rankings. He's just below Tommy Fury, and he was kind of saying like, he's trying to go for the title. So then it could be like, Tommy Fury's now like, I'm going to go for the title. So he has to fight him. He's obviously not a big selling point because he's just fought KSI, but then he's like, that's two pro boxers, both got big names to them. Title clash, and title clashes is what he's going to go for then.
I don't. It's just this is one of those things where I'm like, I just think society values wrong thing. I can't lie to you. Like there's
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
There's just no way. Like it's just like the charity thing is cool. The charity football match is cool because like I say, it's for charity, it's for a good cause, and they're not doing it like seriously, like professionally. They put the charity match, they stream on YouTube, no?
Yeah.
That's not a pay-per-view. That's not like, it's not like sign up to Sky Sports to see us play.
I mean,
football.
give it 2 years, it probably will be.
And that would be bullshit too.
If it's still a charity match.
I feel like it should never reach that. If it does, that would be a problem.
It wouldn't surprise me. Like that's what this was. The first few events are all on YouTube, and then now it's the zone and all that kind of stuff.
And I also don't think any of them are taking the charity matches that seriously.
Definitely not.
Like they don't. These lot are putting in proper training hours to do the boxing.
True.
Them lot aren't putting any kind of training hours into the football.
Yeah. The football just seems like it's a bunch of people just having a laugh on the pitch. It's kind of like what's the actual soccer aids? It's kind of like a soccer aid charity match as well. That's even though those are like ballers.
Yeah,
they don't take that too seriously either. Like Jose Mourinho tripping up my man. That's one of the funniest things still. But yeah, I mean we can move on. But yeah, like I'm just like this is. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of them things that just made me think. Like, I'm just like, I don't like where the world is going.
No, I don't think you're wrong though about whole society valuing the wrong thing, and I know I'm arguing for it, but I don't think you're actually wrong, but I think it's a thing in general that it's not necessarily them being the issue, because even like in boxing, let's say for example, everyone's gonna pick the bigger names, so whoever the biggest names are, people are gonna choose to watch them. Whereas Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua will be the biggest fight, but they may not, let's say, be the best fighters. AJ might be. Let's say, so Tyson's fighting Usyk next in December, which might not be that big of a fight. It's huge because it's Tyson Fury, but then it's like Usyk's better than AJ, he beat him, but then it might not necessarily get as many views as AJ versus Tyson.
Yeah, of course.
It's the same sort of,
like,
it's just because of the names.
No, but it is entertainment at the end of the day. So I get that from a kind of fan perspective or whatever. But my thing is more to do with the back end of it. Like, my thing is more to do with the back end. Like, I feel like whenever they come up with the idea that we're going to throw this event and blah, 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 and we're going to go to the boxing authorities to get all these like fights sanctioned, and we're going to like go to the pay-per-view provider and say we're going to do this, and we're going to go to we're going to get like this company and that company to sponsor us and sponsor the event and blah, 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 blah. I feel like some of these people should be saying no. So I don't necessarily it's not about necessarily so much about the fans, even though I do think the fans are a bit silly, but it's not necessarily so much about the fans. I understand why fans would be interested in it. But I'm a bit like on the side of the organization of it.
Yeah,
I feel like some people, and I'm sure they've been told no by some people, and they're just not involved in the event.
Yeah,
I just feel like more people should have just been like, no, we're not, like, no, you're YouTubers, like, we're not turning this into an actual official boxing event.
Yeah,
like if you want to box in your backyard, go box in your backyard. But we're not gonna, because if I rocked up and was like, "Hey, me and my boys, we want to like put on a pay-per-view thing, blah, whatever." Like, I don't think that could even happen. That could run. Like, even if I was rich, like I had the finances to rent Wembley Arena, like buy a ring.
You man was saying Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg can go at it the other day. And I was like, I don't know if they could.
But they're famous also. I'm just saying, if I just had money,
if you had money, it'd be fine. I reckon you could.
I don't think so.
If you could pay for them, I reckon they would do it.
I don't think so.
I think if you're gonna do it anyway.
Look, all right, so I'll tell you why it wouldn't happen. Because A, it wouldn't sell. So no sponsors are coming into the event that's not gonna sell.
You're rich.
No pay-per-view provide.
You're rich. You're paying all that. They don't mind.
You don't get my point. Like my point is, it wouldn't be able to. Just the event wouldn't be able to happen.
Yeah.
Like if I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna pay for the promotion out of my own pocket, or like I'm gonna put money into the promotion out of my own pocket, but I also need a sponsor. And I was going around to these sponsors like, let's go 50-50 on promotion. They'd be like, no one knows who you are. No one knows who your mates are. Like, no. If I went to a pay-per-view provider and was like, oh, like, how much do I need to pay you to run this pay-per-view? They're like, no one's gonna buy this shit.
Yeah.
like I don't think it would be possible. I think it's just the only thing. Like, yes, the only thing is their names. Yeah. Like, it's not, in this case, it's not just, they've got money as well, but it's not about the money, it's about the name value. Yeah. This is going off, by the way.
Yeah, I'm like, I just want to hear what's going on, man.
I'm just seeing people going crazy. Yeah, sorry, there's a Chase and Status boiler room on somehow, and the crowd are going nuts. Chase and Status. But yeah, I guess we can move on. But yeah, it's just it's one of those things, man.
I'm happy that you have something that you get all stressed out about.
There's loads of things I get stressed out about.
There's so many things that I get stressed out about. I'm like, this man, I just don't like thinking about it. I just like to ignore it and let it just live over there, and I'll just live over here and try to be happy.
That's me. That's why I stopped going. And like I use social media way less than I used to. Like a year ago, like beginning of December, I was like, I'm going to take December off social media. Yeah. And then I just never really went back. And this is why, because I would just be looking at stuff and I'd just be like, this is fucked. This is stupid. This depresses me. Like, and it's like, why are people doing this? Yeah. Like, I was like, okay, cool. Let me just not be concerned with what people are doing and let me just live my life in my life and do it that way and just enjoy what I enjoy and leave people to it. Like, and yeah, I think it's good.
That's the way to go.
It's definitely the way to go. I definitely feel happier. I definitely feel happier in that sense. Which is why I never went back. Like I said, it was just a month. Yeah. And then at the end of the month, I downloaded the TikTok app again on my phone. And it took me about 30 seconds before I deleted it. I just literally went on my the For You page and I was like, nah, this is fucked. I don't want to see this. I'm done. I am done. Like, even with the freaking fetish videos on TikTok.
Yeah.
The girl's like, 1, 2, 3. Or like when she did rock, paper, scissors. Like all of that. I'm like, yeah, this is
nonsense.
Again, that's another thing. I have a major problem. Why are you doing that on the TikTok app? Like that's the kids app.
Yeah.
The kids app and you're doing porn on the kids app. Like, what's wrong with you?
She's just counting. That's all she's doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least on YouTube they have the age restriction.
Yeah, and you can do the YouTube Kids and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there's actual parental controls and that. But anyway, we were meant to be talking about something completely different. Something completely different. So, yeah, do you want to get into that, or are we watching KSI?
I mean, we can get into it. Get into Will and Jada's drama.
Yeah. Sorry, Chase and Status, killing it. It literally looks like it's usually these boiler rooms is just a bunch of people like standing around and just kind of watching and like not engaging at all, and these are like jumping up and down and stuff and they're going hard, so it's quite interesting. But yes, so Jada's releasing her memoirs, her autobiography entitled Worthy. Damn, is that funny?
I'm laughing at him, man.
But me,
yeah.
I was like, because what she's talking about, and then the title of the book's Worthy.
Yeah, is she not worthy to you?
No, I'm thinking is Will worthy to her. That's what.
What do you mean? Is she worthy to Will?
I'm taking it in the other way. I'm thinking like she's writing this book because obviously she's saying about how they divorced and all this kind of stuff. Now I'm like he ain't worthy. That's what she's thinking.
Oh damn!
She's writing the book. Like,
the book is about her though, so it's about whether she's worthy or not.
Is it? Oh, I don't know.
And so apparently in the section in her book, she describes how her and Will have been separated since 2016, I think it was.
Yeah.
So that being said, it looks kind of funny in the light that Will was slapping people to defend her honor, which I still stand by. I still understand why he did it. I get it. Even if they've been separated since 2016, I still understand it. But she's been doing interviews and stuff, and I guess that's the most juicy piece of information out of the book. So a lot of the interviewers have been asking her about her relationship with Will, and I'm sure she talks more about her relationship with Will in the book. How
there's
got
to be some good stuff, but obviously they're just
if it's her full memoirs about her entire life, then it's got to be information how they met, the good years of the marriage, because they were married for 20 years before 2016. Or 19
years.
So there's got to be like some good stuff, probably the troubles as well, whatever. So we were watching like some of the clips of her interview, and she was talking about that they've been separated. She was talking about she thought it might have been a skit that Will was doing. She spoke of...
I can't believe that, the skit, the whole like, she was like, what's wrong with Will? I thought this is a skit and all this kind of stuff. Like,
she was saying she's concerned about him.
Yeah, concerned about him. So she doesn't even understand why Will did it, and you do.
Because she's thinking of it as we're not together. Like, you don't need to defend my honor like that.
Yeah, she's thinking of it from a. I feel like she's thinking of it from a place of. Not even logic. I don't think that's a logical take. I think that's a very emotional take. I can't lie.
Her take is emotional. I think her take is logical.
No, I think it's emotional on the. Yeah, I think it's quite emotional.
No, I think it's
logical as in she's saying she's taking emotion out of it and saying we're not together. Why are you defending me?
Don't defend me.
But I think that's emotional. That's emotional reaction to be like no, because for me the more logical take is we might not be together, but we were together 20 years. We're still putting on a united front when we leave. Anytime we leave the house, we're still putting on a united front. Like just because we're not together doesn't mean I don't still care about you and I don't still care if someone's going to disrespect you in public.
Well, so that's logical.
You think that's the logical take?
I think that's the logical take.
Yeah, and that's what she did. That's what he did.
And that's what he did. That's what I'm saying. But for her to be like, we're not together, why would you do that? I feel like that's the more emotional take, to be like, we're not, like, it's like, we're not together. We've had all our fights and our arguments. Why do you care about me to defend about me? I feel like that's the more emotional take, which is what she's coming from.
I guess it depends on where she's at.
But I think for him it's logical, but then like for her, I think it's taking the emotion out of it because it's like we're not together anymore. Don't defend me. That's like the logical thing to do.
Yeah, because I think the logical thing is once we're not together, the emotions cut off, so you don't care about me no more.
If me and you don't like each other anymore, if me and you aren't together anymore, why am I going to defend you in public? That's logical.
That is not logical.
That is logical.
Do you know what?
I think that makes sense in like. I think that's logical. All right. Can I say one thing? Right. Yeah.
Logic is not devoid of emotion, right? So when you say something is logical and not emotional, it kind of doesn't even make sense as a thing. Logical to me is an action that makes sense or an action that's reasonable. That's a logical action. That doesn't mean there's no emotion in it. So for me to say that after spending 20 years with someone, that just because you've broken up, all emotion ceases to exist is not a logical take, because that's not something that actually happens to people. People do not work that way. So it's not logical to think that that's how people work, because people do not work that way.
That's how like a robotic.
That's a robotic. That's not logical.
But then robots work on logic.
No, they don't.
I mean,
robots work on programming. They do not work on logic.
They refer to programming as logic.
It's called logic.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
We're two people who have studied it, like, who actually have interest in this thing. It is.
Bro, all right, so you two have studied logic on a computer level, right? I've studied logic on an interpersonal level. I study politics. So much of politics is to do. So when we talk about political theory, so much of that is about logic, and that involves emotion. When you're talking about people, logic involves emotion. You can't separate the two. You can say someone's more emotional, someone's more logical.
I think saying she's taken emotion out of it is wrong. I think what we mean to say is that she's saying that the emotion should have switched at that point when, or at least somewhere down the line from them being split, the how many years of time that they've been split, his emotion, the logical thing is that his emotion should change towards her. And so he shouldn't be defending her, or he shouldn't want to defend her, or doesn't feel the like obligation or whatever to defend her.
I still don't think that's a logical position to have. Like in my mind, right? And this is.
I think if it was the next day, then yeah. But I think down the line, years down the line,
or whatever. In my mind, that could be a logical position
for regular people.
Not for regular people. If they were actually divorced and they actually were split up and they actually.
No, that's what I mean. Because obviously they're still playing it up as they're married in public.
This is what I'm saying. So and actually, if they didn't have children together as well, they have children. That's the mother of my child that you're talking about. Like I don't understand.
True.
Like to me, logically, like he, like for example, if he went up there and was like, you know, that's the love of my life. Don't talk to the love of my life like that. That'd be one thing. But to be like, keep my wife. They're still married. She's still his wife. Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Like, I'm sorry.
I also think it depends on what she feels her state of mind is towards him. Because if she feels like she wouldn't do that for him, then she probably doesn't expect him to do that for her.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why she's deep. Because to me, I feel like she, in their situation, I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship. I don't know what he's done to her. If he's done her something that she hates him, then you know, fair enough. But if their relationship is, and what it seems to be, is that they both want each other to be different people and they're just not.
Yeah.
Like just how they relate to each other. Maybe she wants him to be more like a thug, like Tupac. and he wants her to be less in love with Tupac. If it's just that, and there's no actual, and like, because of that, the relationship doesn't work. And of course, there's going to be some dramas and some this and that in there. But if there's no actual, like, hate of, like, oh, he cussed me out and he did that or the third or whatever, I feel like she should still be in a position where people can't chat bad about Will around her.
Yeah.
I feel like it should still be like, again, that's the father of my children. It should still be like, that's a man I spent 20 years with. Like, that's a man I still, when we go out together. We take pictures on the red carpet together, next to each other, like husband and wife. Like, I'm like, no, you can't say that about him. Like, I don't know about you two, but even me, like girls who I don't even talk to this day, right? If a man came to me and said something about them that I didn't like, was rude about them, I'd be like, don't talk to them about that. Girls I don't even talk to, like girls I do not even talk to, like that I dealt with on a level, I'd be like, don't talk to them about that.
I agree with you, but I think that,
and we were never married and we don't have children.
Obviously, I think that, I feel like, doesn't logic change from person to person? Wouldn't her logic be different to what ours is? And I feel like from her point of view, she's
obviously in the situation, so she knows more than us. So she has more information than us, so her logic would be different than us, yes.
Yeah. But I just think but from her saying that statement, I feel like that's a logical take from I assume, where she's coming from, rather than an emotional take.
But it can still be emotional. I mean, because she is in the situation, so it can still be emotional.
I guess, yes.
And from the way how this whole thing has played out,
seems there's a lot of emotion involved.
It seems like there's a lot of emotion involved. I can't lie to you. It seems like there's a lot of emotion involved. Even with the red table talk that she did with Will with the whole August thing, it seems like there was a lot of emotion involved in that as well. Like, it just seems like a lot of what Jada, like her brand even, is like very, I'm in tune with my emotions and like all all of this kind of thing. And I try to do things that make me feel good and like all of that sort of like, and I want to clear the air so we can express how we're feeling and like share how we're feeling amongst one another. Blah, blah, blah. I feel like that's almost her brand at this point. And I feel like that's how she operates. So like, I feel like, again, this is based off of a 3-minute clip or whatever. But the way that came across to me was that, yeah, they're split up. They're not together. She doesn't feel very much affection for him at this point. And like you say, she probably wouldn't have done the same thing for him.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's because of her emotion towards him rather than... I feel like the logical thing is to think about it in a sense of, actually, that's the father of my children. Actually, we were together 20 years. Actually, we still go out, like, and act as husband and wife. Actually, of course, he would defend me, and I probably should defend him if when needed. Like, that's how I think about it anyway, because that seems the more logical course of action to me, which is why when it happened in the first place, I was like, I don't care that she was fucking August Alsina. I don't care. Like, that's still his like wife, his wife. Of course he's gonna defend her. And Chris Rock, you run in your mouth. Like,
he had it coming.
Not even that he had it coming. Like, not necessarily that he had it coming. I'm not someone that necessarily advocates violence like that.
He had something coming. You should have told him shut up or something.
But my point is that people run their mouth and people get slapped.
Yeah.
Not everyone that runs their mouth gets slapped, but people run their mouth and people get slapped. And it just happened to be Chris Rock on that day because he was running his mouth. Undeniably, he was running his mouth. So, me personally, I probably wouldn't have slapped him, but I can understand why Will did. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So
that was the only thing I thought when I saw the slap. I was like, that made sense.
Yeah,
that was my only thought. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I saw people going like, "What the hell? Like, this is crazy." I'm like, that was about the most. Like, I understood it. Would it have been me? Probably not, but I understood it. Like, it was like Lakeith Stanfield. Yeah, he like when he got interviewed afterwards. And like everyone else was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it!" Like all the other stars, Amy Schumer and all of this, and he was like, "Oh, it was just a real moment, man." It was like real moments happen everywhere, every day. And I was like, "I don't like you because you've said some stupid things too, but this right here, that's real because you're right." Like, because you can imagine that happening, like just being that, like
if you're in a shop or something, and some man's there, someone mad about your wife or your.
Yeah,
the girl you're with who's not your wife anymore.
Or even like you're at like a house party or something, or whatever, and like someone you kind of vaguely know, or not even kind of vaguely know, like someone you know starts talking mad about the girl you're with. Like it can happen. It can literally happen. Like maybe not to one of us because we're quite chill people, but like I can see it happening.
Some man definitely would do worse than slap.
Way worse. So so for her to turn around and be like, I didn't know what was happening. It just seems a bit crazy to me.
Yeah, 100%. And then I don't get. She took a while to come out of it as well because obviously when it all happened and stuff, she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything. She obviously, I guess then that's.
Which is good. I would have.
Yeah. So
if she came out the next day and said, "I don't know what was on," he was bugging. I feel that would have been dread.
But then, like, because obviously when it happened, I can't remember properly, but her response wasn't like she wasn't like looking at him mad or anything. She kind of just was sitting there like, yeah, like that's my man sort of thing. So I feel like
that's what it looked like.
That's the impression I got of it. But obviously not. She's there like, what the fuck was that? What happened?
That's what she said. Yeah. And she said that Chris was talking to her afterwards. Yeah, and she was like, "Oh yeah, this is like some old beef." Basically.
Yeah, she's like, "I'm not. It's not because of me. It's because of you two. You done something before." Like, I think that's crazy. She's throwing him under the bus.
That's literally what. From what I can see, she's throwing Will under the bus, and I don't want to vilify Jada because I don't think it's that bad anything that she said.
Yeah,
but I do feel like it's dread to Will. I do definitely feel like it's deep to Will. I feel like everything I know about Will and Jada's relationship, for the most part, has come from her side of things. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? And I feel like that is, in a sense, that's tough to Will because he's just having his business put out there for no, and like, his wife is saying, or his ex-wife, I guess, if we want to call it that, is saying, oh, when he did this for me, like, da 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 da.
I was there, like, what the hell?
Yeah. And like, but at the same time, people were blaming her for it. And
Yeah.
so I get why she comes out and says, I don't know why he did that. I don't know because loads of people were blaming her. People who thought it was a bad thing were blaming her.
People were saying it was, she looked at him and then he had ego, because he was like kind of smiling. She looked at him and he was like, okay, I've got to do this sort of thing.
And we're blaming her for it. So and then again, it's not right to blame her for it
It's a dumb take.
Yeah, it was his actions. She didn't tell him to do anything. Like if you watch the video, she didn't say anything.
No, she just sitting there.
She rolled her eyes at the joke.
Yeah,
and that's it. And he then got up and so. To blame her, I think is wrong as well. So I get why she comes out and says this because that kind of takes away from people being able to blame her.
Yeah.
So I get that, but I also feel like, do you know what? Divorced or whatever, I feel like you still need to put up some kind of unified front and just keep things just between yourselves.
That's what you'd think from the way. Yeah, because from the way Will's gone about it, he hasn't said a bad word about it. He's not said anything. I don't know if she's not really said anything bad about Will, to be fair. But yeah, he hasn't said anything about her. He's not spoken about the relationship. He's not said anything. Even the slap.
He just apologized.
Yeah, I haven't seen him actually talk about it himself.
He apologized, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he tried to call Chris Rock, and Chris Rock didn't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
So he posted a public apology.
Yeah.
So, and that's as far as I know, that's all Will has done with regards to this. And then obviously Chris Rock did a special where he was blasting them.
Yeah.
And then now Jada's done this.
Yeah. So I guess we need to hear Will's side and see what he's got.
I don't want to hear Will's side. That's what I say. I want this to be done. Like,
I thought this was done a while ago.
The morning that I woke up and saw Oscars, Will Smith, Chris Rock trending.
Yeah.
And I watched the video and I was cracking up. I was busting up because that shit was hilarious. And after that day, couldn't care less.
Yeah.
That day I was in the group chats and we were all debating it, discussing it, whatever. Like a bunch of group chats, all talking about the same thing. Whether she should have done it, blah, blah, blah. After that day, it was dead to me. That's where it should have laid. Chris Rock coming out afterwards and like trying to for them for 10 minutes in his comedy special. I get why you want to do that, but also I didn't need it.
Yeah, definitely not.
I get why he wanted to do it. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Jada coming out and doing this, I don't care. But we need something to talk about. So but I don't really care.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear Will's side. I think keep it to yourself.
I think he's got to come out and say something. He's
Why?
got just because he's. As I said, Jada's throwing him under the bus.
Anything.
No, I don't
think
think
he gains anything from talking about it.
Let me hear my side.
But what do you think he's gonna say there?
Jada told me in my ear to slap this motherfucker.
Yeah, she before we even got there, she was like, Chris is gonna say
said,
something.
if he says something
anything
about me, you get up there. You get up there and slap that.
Oh man,
He's got to fight back. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I didn't really care about Jada's stuff. Even when I saw it, I was like, I've seen more than enough of this for a lifetime. Will and Jada's whole storyline. But yeah, we need something to talk about. And if Will comes out again, we might talk about it again because we might need something to talk about. But
even she was saying about the August Alsina stuff, right? And in the clip we saw, and she was saying that from then she's been like the villain because like she's everyone in the public eye, she's done this, like the unfaithful wife, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And that wasn't her fault. August Alsina put it out there.
Yeah. The song in the Entanglements.
No, there was before.
Was it? I thought the song that was what brought it all out.
The song, because what happened was he brought it out, then it was trending. Then Will and Jada did the Red Table Talk, and then she used the term entanglement.
Oh yeah.
So then he made the song called
Entanglement. I was entangled with August. Yeah.
August Alsina did an interview promoting his upcoming album or something.
Yeah.
And in the interview, he revealed that he had a relationship with Jada. He didn't necessarily say it was a sexual relationship, but you read between the lines.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I loved her. This, that, the third. I thought she was going to leave Will." Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
That's like what he was saying in the interview.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Raw." And then that's why it was trending for ages because obviously she's a big woman. That's Jaden's friend. This, that, the third.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. So then she was like, "That's clearly yeah."
Okay.
And then that's how that event went. So August put it out there. It wasn't her.
Right.
So if they've been split up since 2016, they're both attractive people. I'm sure they've both been doing their fair share of.
Nah, Will's been loyal, bro. He's been chilling. He ain't done nothing.
If they're broken up,
Adam
he
22.
has crazy. Didn't he get? I swear he got cancelled for something as well the other day.
Yeah, Adam 22. I haven't seen anything.
Like I heard. I didn't hear. I was listening to a podcast and they were saying something about him and how he had the biggest like fall off in ages, and like because
I think it's just in general, kind of. I don't think he's been cancelled or anything. I think it's just general, kind of, because I think he was probably quite big at one point, and then he just kind of just had a trajectory downwards, and then kind of sparked up again with the whole thing that happened. Yeah.
But then obviously that's no longer news.
Yeah.
But the way they were kind of talking, I thought it was like he did something other than
not that I'm aware of, anyway.
Fair enough. Cam doesn't even know what's going on.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It's like that's a whole other topic that like we don't need to go into. Well, that's kind of similar to your Dungeons and Dragons play.
No, we definitely don't need to get into it again, man. We don't need to talk about the Dungeons and Dragon thing again, ever again.
Oh my god.
I was just about to say, well, basically, man, are playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, I've lost interest.
Do you know what? I can't lie. Like when we do our all time like 5-minute podcast moments, like that's gonna be on there. That's
number
gonna be
one.
The fact that we've talked about it 3 extra times whenever we've had a guest on.
Right, so hold on. We spoke about it the first time. Then the next episode T was on, and we spoke about it then.
And then a whole last year later,
we spoke about it with Elliot. With
Janine.
With Janine as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay. And
you
then
lot decided to bring it up every single time anyone's on the podcast.
And then Elliot came
Elliot
specifically.
told us, actually, yeah.
He came specifically to talk to you about that. He said, "I've been waiting for this moment." He said, "I've been waiting for 2 years to come talk about this."
Let me just say one thing on that. Simply put, if I think it's funny, it can run. If I don't think it's funny, I'm gonna shut it down. Simple as.
You would have found Adam 22's situation hilarious. Oh my days!
I think that's the only thing I've just been running with it, saying yeah, it's fine, but it's not just fine. There's some nuance to it. If it's funny, it's fine. If it's not funny,
No, to be fair,
it's
you
not
have always
fine.
said that. If you find it funny, that's what you were saying when T was here. You're like, if it's funny, it's okay.
I need to go back and listen to that episode. I think it was hilarious.
Oh man.
Yeah, so loyal. There's nothing to be loyal to. If they've been separated since 2016, there's nothing for him to be loyal to. And there's been rumors of him doing like stuff with
Margot Robbie and
Margot Robbie especially. But
I just think caring about these people's lives is stupid, and I just want people to stop. I don't want to hear about these people, any of these stars no more.
Bro,
like be in your movies, write your books. If you're gonna write a book about your life, do it, post it. I don't chat about nothing. I don't want to hear about you.
This is what I'm saying. Society values the wrong things. Like when I feel like just because someone's in a movie and we all know their face does not mean we need to know so much about them. It's so funny. Like when people I don't know. Like think of an actor. I'll think of an actor, for example. Sean Bean. I've been watching Game of Thrones, so Sean Bean. I've seen his face so many times on Game of Thrones. I watched the first Lord of the Rings. He's in that. Greatest meme of all time. But I know absolutely nothing about this man.
Yeah.
Outside of the fact that I've seen his face. That's how I wish it was for all actors. I know there's some actors or celebrities or whatever, and I'm like, I know too much about you.
Yeah.
And it's just so unnecessary, and it's against my will for the most part. I didn't want to know this about you. It's very much against my will that I know this. I wish that, I guess it's because of social media and stuff.
It's not even social. I mean, now it's more so social media, but I think it's more the whole all publicity is good publicity thing is just resonated with a lot of people because obviously back in the day you used to have paparazzi and stuff and Daily Mail,
newspapers,
all that kind of stuff. They would post things about people, but now people just post it themselves. Newspapers post it, people post it themselves. Social media, all that kind of stuff. So it's like people just. aren't okay to just do nothing, be quiet, and just live their life silently. They would rather.
No one's saying you to do nothing. Just
I'm not saying do nothing. I mean,
don't
just
put it out there.
Don't say do nothing. I mean, don't post anything.
Yeah.
Don't put it out there. Like, obviously, if Jada's writing a book, fine. Promote your book, fine. But then we don't need to see it posted all the time, like, everywhere.
But it's how you be famous in this day and age. The way to be famous is to be visible.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, and it does suck, but like in a lot of ways, even in actors, for example, if you're an actor, the person who if you have two actors audition and they're both equally good, the person who's going to get the role is the one that's trending. True. And the one that's going to be trending is the one that's going to be out there doing like Ezra Miller running around terrorizing people. No, but just if your name is out there for some reason, whether it's because you're in a hot relationship with this person, or like, I don't know, it could be anything.
People are going to, as you said about the YouTube boxing, people are going to see your name, see your face, and be like, oh, I want to watch this because I like Leonardo DiCaprio. He's in it. Yeah, I like Leonardo DiCaprio. He's in it. Or like, it might even just be that, like, I had a point, it's kind of slipping. It might even just be that they like you as a person, and so even though you might not even be as talented as another person, this YouTube boxing thing, people are going to be more interested to go watch the movie because you're in it rather than the talented person in it. Mm-hmm. Again, like me, I'm just like, that's the value in the wrong thing. But yeah, Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, I need to know way less about your lives, like way less about your lives, and like. Yeah, like even musicians and stuff. Like, I'm just like, I know too. I just want the music, bro. Yeah. If you want to tell me about your life, tell me about your life over some instrumentation. Like that's it. It's like, this thing where like you'll see like someone will just post a statement on Twitter or something, just telling everyone about something that's just like, I don't need to know. Just this needs to be done. Like, I think Sturridge. To be fair, I get why he posted it, because basically, I think a year or two ago, his dog got stolen, and he paid someone. He said he'll do a 50 grand reward or something like that to get his dog back. Got his dog back, whatever. And I think recently he's come out that apparently he didn't pay the guy for the reward. Yeah. And then Sturridge has now posted a statement basically saying he did pay the guy. He left the Airbnb, and then that's where they've sent. So he didn't know that there was legal proceedings being taken up against him because the stuff was sent to the Airbnb he was staying at and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, I get why he's posted that statement, but I feel like in those kind of things where people just post a statement about stuff you've never heard about, don't care about, and they just post a statement now to tell me like, oh, I've done this, and I just need to tell everyone that this has happened. I'm just like, why? I just don't care. If I don't know about it, then it doesn't affect me. Literally. You don't need to clear anything up. There's nothing to clear up. I know nothing. Yeah. You're telling me, you're just giving me the information now. Literally, like I didn't know before, but now I know. Like, yeah, even sometimes when I know the information, I don't care. Like, for example, when like YouTubers post those "we broke up," sad thing. And it's like, okay, I knew that you were dating someone or whatever, but I don't care. I literally do not care. It doesn't change anything. You need to write it to an 8-minute video, and I've never, I can't remember the last time I've clicked on one of those. Like, at this point in my life, I see it, I'm like, I do not care. I'm not clicking this shit. But like when I used to watch it, I'd be like, what is going on? Like, and it'll be like them two together. I was like, yeah, we've decided to call it quits. So weird. Like, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, this is not normal. People don't do this. Like, sheesh. Like, oh yeah, no, I love him so much, but it's just relationship is just not working. Like, I can't. And then, like, they have a thumbnail for it, and they're all like just looking sad, and it's just it's so fake. I don't know if you lot have seen, but there was this movie on Netflix with the woman who plays Hermione Granger. What's her name again? Emma Watson. Yeah, and it was like this social media thing, and she basically ends up live streaming her life 24/7 as part of this social media company, and then it's basically a thing where it's like a dystopia thing where she starts off, she's doing it, and she's like, oh, everyone's going to be living like this in the future where you're going to be able to just like check up. And it literally is just like floating cameras just following her everywhere she goes. In her house, when she's driving, when she's walking, when she's doing anything, blah, blah, blah. And it just shows everything. And then it just becomes like super, as the movie progresses, it gets super dystopian. Like, for example, she video calls her parents.
No, sorry, she does a video call with her parents. They have cameras in her parents' house because it's her life. They put permanent cameras in her parents' house because she spends time at her parents' house, and it broadcasted her parents having sex. And as it would, because
it's recording everything.
It's recording everything, and that's that. And obviously, you're trying to get clicks.
She posted it.
She didn't post it.
Oh, they posted it.
They posted it.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's like what it was is like you're live streaming her life, and the viewer, you can click on where you want to see. So you can watch what she's doing at the moment, or you could watch like another channel, another room, blah, blah, blah. And obviously someone saw, her parents are having sex. This is on the internet. Her parents are having sex. So everyone goes to that channel and boom. And like it just keeps escalating and going like, and it just becomes, and then she tries to get out of it. And it's a pretty good movie, to be fair. But like, I feel like, yeah, that's the world that we're kind of living in to a degree, where people are like, people need to know, like, when I do this and when I do that, like, people need to know, like, if I'm famous, like, people need to know.
We don't. But some people do. Some people really need to know.
People are weird, bro.
People are weird.
So many people
need to go see a therapist.
It's
get
like,
their mind right.
Do you know what? Yeah, I feel like we are definitely in a pandemic of parasocial relationships. Like, it's
100%.
crazy. Like, it's crazy. People feel like they're like celebrities are their best mates.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually insane. Like, even I saw something the other day where it was an article about celebrities' impact on the planet, the environment, and it was like ranking them. And I think Taylor Swift was top of being really bad.
Yeah.
And like in the article, was saying that basically she owns 2 private jets, and she'll fly on one from, say, I don't know where she goes, but say she's going from LA to New York. She'll fly at 11 a.m. in the morning, LA to New York on her private jet, and then her parents will come at 2 in the afternoon from LA to New York to go meet her. and
I gotta pay £12.50 to drive a diesel car.
Yeah, but this is where the parasocial relationship comes in. You'll have people in the comments going, why? I understand that Taylor's busy and maybe her parents don't need to be at her meeting that she's going to in the morning or whatever. But surely the one flight is fine. Her parents can just go hang out somewhere. Like, just go in the early flight with her and then go hang out and do something else and then meet her afterwards if you need to, in New York if you need to do that, rather than doing the same trip twice on your 2 jets.
Yeah.
Like, and then you'll have at Swifty 967 keep Taylor's name out your fucking mouth.
Bro, Swifties are insane. Those people like legitimately need help.
But literally, they'll be riding hard for her. Like that's their best friend. Like,
it's crazy.
And it's like, yeah, same thing. Nicki Minaj, same thing. Beyonce, Rihanna, Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber,
Harry Styles.
People need help.
Like, and it continues down the chain. Like, so those are like the super like superstars
with the most people
the most people riding for them. But I feel like your average YouTuber has like people in parasocial. Like, even like I'm watching like this FIFA YouTuber guy, and there'll be comments like, "Oh yeah, like you brighten my day so much," and I'm just like, what? I get enjoying the content, I do, but like, I just don't. How can you be so connected to this person that you've never met?
I watch a lot of streamers, right? Over the years, I've seen like a few moments on Twitch where a person has donated something like that, where they're like, "Oh, you're like my hero" or something like that. Yeah. There was one clip where someone did that to like an Overwatch streamer, and his response was, "I'm not your hero. Go get a life. Don't follow me. I'm not your hero." Like shouting down the mic, "I'm not your hero."
That's dreads.
And I'm like,
that's true. Real. It's real.
But like, yeah, you've just ruined that person's day.
Yeah.
Also.
That day? Yeah. But that's like what Doja Cat was saying. Like, I don't love you. I don't know you. And I was fully rocking with her, even though she's being a dick.
Yeah.
And even though she's substantially been a dick in other situations since as well. But in that instance of what she was saying, I understand. Why can't you tell your fans that you I don't know you? Get a life. Like, you shouldn't love me. You could love my music, love my work, for sure.
Yeah.
Do not love me as a person. You don't know me. Like, you can't love me as a person.
Ridiculous.
You don't know me. And I get it for her to just be like, no, I don't love you. I appreciate your support for sure. I do not love you.
Yeah.
I do not know you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I like the fact
Thank you
that
for listening to my music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thank you for listening to my music. I like the fact that you enjoy it. I hope you continue
you're a
to
great
listen to my
person.
music. Like, all of that sort of stuff. But do I love you? No, I don't know you. Fuck off. Yeah, it's
People shouldn't be this enwrapped in people's lives in celebrities' lives that you don't know. They don't know
Bro.
you. You don't know them.
All right. Do you know the other thing that grinds my gears? There'll be people on Twitter today or whenever since this Jada Smith thing comes out, and they'll be like, I can't believe in love anymore. Will and Jada were they were like couple goals. I can't believe that can't believe it. Love is just, I can't see myself falling in love and having a relationship now. If Will and Jada can't make it work, then what hope?
Jill, the couple's name.
Will and Jill. Just rhyme, just bars it. No, what hope is there for the rest of us if Will and Jada can't make it work and all of this?
A lot of hope, actually.
The thing is, though, is like you'll get people with that Will and Jada. They were together 19 years, so like if people are gonna say that for them, it's more understandable. You get people like these lot of Love Island who are together for 6 months, and they'll say that for them. It's like, come on now.
Again, it's just ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. There's no solution. All we can
Burn
do.
the world.
It's not even burn the world. All we can do is just be ourselves and not get involved.
Hopefully our
I'm saying
listeners will take.
burn the world is the solution, not what we can do.
Hopefully our listeners will take note of what we're saying
I
and
guess,
be like, you know what, these lot are right. We don't need to be this involved in it.
Do you know? One day I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, oh, maybe it's because a lot of people are young. Because I was like seeing comments. I was like, oh, these people are probably just mad young. I was like, there's no way adults. And then I was like, actually no,
100% there's adults.
there is adults, and then also young is not an excuse. Because when I was young, like I didn't have when I was 16 or whatever, I had Twitter. Was following celebrities and different people. I was following Jamie, like one of my favorite artists of all time. I was never like, oh my god, when Jamie tweets, like, oh, it just makes my day. Like, tweeting him like, yo,
I love
you're
seeing what he's doing.
my hero. Yeah, like, how are you today, sir? Like,
It might just be the era we grew up then, because like
I don't think
I don't think it
because
is.
people we grew up with are 100% still
Yeah.
doing this.
that's true.
that's what I was
a
gonna
good
say.
point,
And
actually,
people
yeah.
older than us too.
That's a good point.
Like, I feel like people, like certain people, have a freaking parasocial relationship with R. Kelly and that as well.
Yeah,
True.
they
And
just
it's
like been this way, but now we just hear about it a lot more.
How do you like? Because I get like, okay, nowadays I feel like you feel connected to these people because, like, let's say YouTubers, you see every aspect of their life. But back in the day, R. Kelly, we don't know anything about this man until it came out. He was peeing on people. And that's like his private. That was like,
But they can like read into the lyrics and whatnot.
Yeah,
take
that's what that is. Like, and like certain rappers and stuff, people were like, I feel like he was narrating. Like, people have, I feel like
He
people
was
have it
singing to me.
with flipping Eminem. They're like, I feel like he's talking about my life when he's talking when he wants to kill his mom. I feel like I wanted to kill my
Oh
mom
my
too.
God.
No, but yeah, there's a lot of. I feel like he was talking to me.
Yeah.
Or I feel like he was singing about my life. I feel like.
Okay.
He just gets me.
Yeah, he just gets me. Yeah, it's literally that. Like,
fair, yeah, okay.
Well, it's like they hear things and they're just like, I think we would be good friends. And then from
Yeah.
there,
Resonate
it
with
just gets bigger and bigger and they're like, we are friends.
It becomes
Me and him.
stands.
It's crazy though, because like, for example, like that Jamie thing that I said, I feel like I could have a good conversation with Jamie if I met him and I've met him a few times actually, but if I actually spoke to him and had a chance to have like a proper conversation with him, I feel like we could have an interesting conversation. But
You're
I
not
don't.
fiending for it.
I'm
You're
not
like,
fiending. I
need it.
don't even necessarily want. I don't necessarily even want to have that conversation.
Yeah.
I just think if it did happen, it would be an interesting conversation as opposed to his bigger brother.
Give me what I want.
I don't think me and Skepta would have anything to talk about really more than so. Actually, we could talk about grime music, of course. But like
Yeah.
outside of that, I don't feel like we would have much to converse on. But I feel like me and Jamie, we could have a conversation about a plethora of subjects.
Yeah.
But again, I'm definitely not. God, like, oh, Jamie, like I need to go
Like,
find
in
where
his
he
DMs,
is. Like,
in his DMs, talk to me. Hey Jamie.
Hey Big Ed.
Hey Jamie. Every day. Hey Jamie. And he's not responding.
Oh
Why
my
don't you
God.
respond to me?
Love your latest track. How you doing?
I know
You
you're
okay?
seeing this. Respond to me.
It's that obviously Eminem wrote about it. It's Stan, innit?
Yeah.
And that was way before social media popped off.
I was writing letters and stuff.
It's like I just see, as usual, you're just seeing them on doing interviews on TV and like in the magazines and stuff.
Yeah, but I guess it's the what you see from them is just you kind of just resonate with it and just think, yeah, this is a bit of me.
I wonder how many people watched the 4th season of You and realized that was them. Or just were in denial. They're like, this person's so crazy.
They
but not
probably are
realising
watching it like
that
this is
that's them.
crazy.
They probably didn't. Yeah, they probably didn't see it.
How could anyone be like that? Then go and tweet their favorite celebrity and be like, I love you.
That's literally, I forgot about that. That's literally a parasocial relationship. This guy's like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
How could you not know me? You walked right past me.
I was literally trying to think. I think there was something about this, but it was you with the blonde girl and the person.
Beck.
No, in season 4.
Oh, right.
Yeah, 'cause it happens again.
No,
Happens
that was
twice.
actually social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I was literally thinking there was a movie or something about it. I can't remember what it was, but it was that with a girl. Yeah.
I mean, it was both. It was him. It was her, and also
and
Joe.
and
Yeah,
the
no,
mayor.
but I was thinking of the girl because then she writes when she got the tattoo and she was like, "Yeah, we got the match tattoos
we got the match
together."
tattoos
And I was
together.
thinking about that, and I was like, "What was this again?" But yeah, it was you. That's what.
People who get tattoos of like celebrities' names or groups or whatever are insane. Maybe they're not insane, but I don't understand that. I don't. Understand.
what
But
they
I
love.
don't really understand.
I mean, I would never do it, but I get that because that doesn't have to be. You don't have to be like so obsessed with it to do
You
that.
don't have to.
You
No.
just think it's cool.
Yeah. So I can like it's like getting a tattoo of like a Batman logo. Like I understand that.
I think that's weird.
Okay, but I understand it. I probably wouldn't do it myself.
Yeah.
But I do understand it, and I don't think it's anywhere
Like,
as close as
his tattoo. I wouldn't get his tattoo.
I wouldn't get his tattoo either. But that's because
Like-
the show's garbage.
But we're not Bez, so that's fine. He obviously likes it. Well, like I wouldn't do that. Like I wouldn't do that.
But you wouldn't get any tattoo either.
That's what I said. That's what I started. And that's why I preface it with like I kind of don't know. Like his tattoo, I wear his tattoo on a t-shirt. Definitely, I put it on a t-shirt. But like my that's my problem with tattoo. I'm too
wouldn't
fit.
do
I'm
that.
too. You wouldn't. I don't mean his literal tattoo.
No,
I mean,
I
an
mean
equivalent.
just like equivalent. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh damn! Really?
I like plain things, completely plain.
Oh, I guess. But yeah, I'd wear a Naruto related t-shirt. Well, I have a Dragon Ball Z related t-shirt.
Yeah.
I need some more actually. But yeah, I'm with tattoos. I'm too fickle. I think like I just wouldn't like it after a certain amount of time. I feel like.
Yeah.
I think you forget it's there.
Yeah,
And then
you truly
But by
do.
the time you remember it, you're like, oh, this is cool. And then you forget it's there again. Literally.
Everyone says that, but then my counterpoint to that is if I forget it's there, why do I need it?
Because then you will see it's there. And you're like, oh, it's cool.
Because I feel like I'll see it's there and be like, oh, I don't like this anymore. I feel like that
Nah,
would
you
be.
wouldn't, 'cause
I'll be like, this is cool, and then in 5 years' time, I'll forget it's there. Then I'll look at it and be like, I forgot that was there,
I don't want it no more.
but I wish it wasn't. Yeah, damn.
Maybe. But that's what people do and they get lasered off. But yeah, I think for the most part, I've had mine like, what, almost 5 years now, I think. No, about 3 years now, I say.
Yeah.
And yeah, I forget it's there after time and then see it. And until someone mentions it, I'm like, oh yeah, I have a tattoo.
Yeah.
I just completely forget about it.
I mean, my one is very small, but it's on a visible part of my arm.
Yeah.
But I hardly ever
Your
realize
tattoo
it's
is
there.
mad. I would never get that one either. Right, we literally discussed that length, but yeah. If I was going to get a tattoo, I'd do like features in this.
Oh my
thumbnail.
God.
No, I would
go all out.
I would just go all out. Just fuck it.
Covered in them.
I'm a canvas today. Let's go. One sitting.
Yeah, good luck with
I was
that.
about to say, you said your canvas today. I was like, that'll take you like 3, 4, 5 sittings.
Yeah.
Nah, one sitting. That's joking.
All day by myself. One sitting.
Oh man. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know. We've kind of become the doom and gloom podcast today. We're just like, this is just what is this world coming to?
Well, you'll be happy to know KSI lost, so YouTube
lost.
boxing might be over.
Did
Yeah.
you get, was it bad? Or?
Nah, it went to
Went to
decision.
decision.
Yeah.
I mean that makes sense.
But yeah, I obviously didn't hear what was being said, but I think he's trying to call for a rematch and stuff. They look like they were still gonna scrap after. They're getting a bit aggy after, so yeah.
I mean, I didn't realize he was fighting Tommy Fury. I don't think that's gonna be the end of it. I feel like he can.
He didn't do anything to him though. So there's no point in him rematching. He did nothing from like Tommy Fury came out looking better than when he went into it.
But that's what it should be because he's a professional boxer.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't even be like he's been boxing probably half his entire more than that.
Probably his whole life, considering Tyson and his dad are both boxers as well. So he's probably been doing something in the boxing industry his whole life.
Yeah, so it shouldn't even be close.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think this loss hurts KSI too much. It only would have hurt him if he.
It hurts his ego.
Probably hurts his ego. Although it shouldn't.
It shouldn't, but it will. I think.
You think he thought he was gonna win?
I genuinely think he thought he'd win. Because
then he's an idiot. He's not very bright.
He said I sparred better people than you in training and all this kind of stuff. So
sparring.
Yeah, I know, but obviously he's only fought YouTubers, so
he's not. If he legitimately thought, like, if he thought so much that he was going to win to the point that his ego's hurt, he's an idiot. Like, I can get being confident in your own abilities and saying I have a chance, or even thinking that you 51% chance that you might win.
Yeah.
But there's no chance that you go into that. I don't see how you go into that, lose and feel like get your ego bruised.
Because I genuinely think he thought he would win convincingly.
Oh my god! But that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's madness.
No, I feel
like being confident in your ability,
100%,
or whatever is one thing, or like not even hoping you win. Being confident you would win is one thing.
Yeah.
But then I feel like once you lose, coming out of it and being like, hey, he's a professional boxer.
Yeah.
He's been doing this way longer than I have. Mm-hmm. Like, and he comes from a family that's about this and doesn't.
Yeah.
I feel like just on paper you would be like, hey, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. It might. Losing's never fun.
Losing's not fun.
So there's that. But I don't feel like my ego is bruised.
I think the way he was talking, obviously he's talking, he's trying to sell the fight as you said earlier, but there's ways so you can sell the fight without going like, I'm gonna knock you out. I've got the power. I've got so much power in my hand. When you feel my power, you're gonna do it. Like, obviously him saying he's gonna knock him out, fair enough. But then the way he's talking about his power, like he's talking like he's Deontay Wilder, like he's gonna literally hit him so hard that he's gonna be running away from the whole match. That's what I don't know what his trainers have been telling him, that when he hits someone, it seems like he's gonna.
Trainers been gassing him out clearly.
Potentially, but it's like when he hits someone, they're scared to fight him. Basically, that's how he's been talking, and I think he's convinced. He was convinced that he would knock him out, or at least have him on the back foot the whole time. So I think it would hurt. I think it will hurt him. He'll disappear for a couple months now, I reckon.
Sounds delusional. Okay, fair enough.
I reckon he'll disappear for a month or two now. Lick his wounds.
This is the thing. Everyone's drinking too much of the Kool-Aid. Just in this is what I feel like. If he's that delusional, this is a symptom of everything we've been talking about. Like, it's just society is ridiculous. There's no way he should feel that he should be able to box him.
He's not, obviously Tommy Fury's not exactly the best boxer, but he shouldn't feel that he should be convincingly beating anyone. Really, I don't think he's been doing it long enough to think he should be convincingly beating anyone.
Yeah,
he's not fought anyone that noteworthy enough that he can be like, I do this.
Exactly. This is my point. Like, I'm just like, sorry, Shenxia's like doing a lot.
Shenxia, I was wondering whose song this was.
Yeah, but there's no one that should I don't feel like you should have that much confidence based off of what
sparring
and what you've been doing so far. I don't feel like that's like a thing.
I might be buying into the selling of the fight too much.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I feel, from what I could see, I feel like he thought he would win that convincingly.
I mean, he probably just got lost in his confidence. He was like, "I'm so good. I'm so good," and then he was like, he believed, truly believed it.
But it's literally like, it's pretty much like say I started playing basketball like tomorrow. And then 5 years later, I wanted to go 1-on-1 with like one of Giannis's brothers who doesn't play.
Yeah.
NBA player, terrible NBA player, but still a professional fucking basketball player.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yo, I've been doing this for 5 years. Like, all the guys that I practice with in the gym say I'm about to cook him. That man would ruin my life. Like, it's just not. And I couldn't leave that and be like, oh, my ego's hurt.
Yeah.
Like, of course,
No, I think the thing is like, if imagine you thought, okay, I'm gonna dunk on him, and he's gonna be worried now the whole time. He's not gonna try and he's not gonna do anything.
He's not expecting nothing of me. Yeah. But I'm gonna dunk on him.
So I'm gonna dunk on him, and then once I've done that, he's gonna be scared. He's gonna be scared to actually even to give me any space.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
He's
gonna respect me, and he's gonna be
I think that's what he thought. He thought he's gonna clock him once, and then he kind of either knock him out or he'll have him on the back foot, and he's not gonna have to really do too much. But I don't think his shots really affected Tommy in any way. So that's kind of once that's gone, you're kind of like.
Does KSI think he's the only person that punches hard in the world?
He seems to think that his punches are very, very hard in comparison to a lot of other people Tommy would have fought.
Okay.
But then obviously Tommy's older brother's Tyson, and that's what Tommy was saying. You think you punch harder than Tyson Fury? And KSI's like, Tyson doesn't hit hard like Deontay Wilder and them lot.
Oh, so he hits hard like Deontay Wilder.
That's not what he said, but that's what he's implying.
That's what that comeback sounds like.
Yeah, but then obviously, the next time he said it, he was saying, "Oh, you think your brother's hitting you with full power?" Of course not. That's what he said later on. That's what KSI was saying later. But
I think Tyson punches Tommy in his head.
Surely if he wants his brother to be good, then he's showing him like this is what a fight would be like if you were fighting someone like me.
He's never going to fight anyone like him.
He wouldn't, because they're different.
The weight classes are too mad.
But just based on who they are as people, I think Tyson's busting his head.
That's true. Yeah.
That is not about whether like you're going to fight someone like me or not. They're two different weight classes. But just who they appear to be as people, I'm like, Tyson is rocking his shit.
Hit him harder. Hit him harder.
I think Tyson is rocking his boat. Jesus.
So yes, obviously he's had punches from him his whole life. So it's like you cannot hit harder than him. There's no way.
Does Tyson Fury have strength tied on his body?
No.
Oh my god. Does KSI have strength tied on his body?
He does.
Part of his name.
Yeah.
He has his whole name tied on his
Knowledge,
body.
strength, integrity.
That's his name.
Yeah, KSI.
Man,
No, I'm trying to understand why his name would be knowledge, strength, and integrity. Like, when did he decide? He decided to use this when he started up his YouTube, right?
Yeah.
What about his YouTube has anything to do with knowledge, strength, or integrity?
Like KSI was actually a Halo clan, wasn't it, or something back in the day, and that's where he got it from. And then
he was part of the clan.
Yeah. So okay. I think he was part of the Halo clan back in the day, and then he changed. And I don't know if the clan was knowledge, strength, integrity, or if that's something he's picked up later on down the line. But yeah,
there's nothing about this man that says knowledge, strength, or integrity.
But that's what he strives for.
He hits hard, like Deontay Wilder.
Strives to have strength and integrity. No,
and he plays chess. He does puzzles. He's smart. He's knowledge.
No, he's definitely memed for the fact that he has knowledge tied on his body, and that's part of his name. And he's just
he's
not very
an
smart.
idiot. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. This is why.
And now he's gonna be memed for the strength part as well, probably.
When I hear strength, I don't think
physical strength.
Yeah, so he's like I say, he's in shape. He's in good shape. So I'm sure he's physically quite strong. But again, strength doesn't necessarily, to me, when I hear strength in that kind of context, I'm not thinking physical strength. I'm thinking, strength of character. Strength. Yeah. And I don't know him as a person, so he might have a strong character. I don't know.
I think it's mental strength and stuff, isn't it?
He might have great mental fortune. I don't know. But you're out here saying his ego's hurt because he's gonna get.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see the mental strength.
Where's the mental fortitude? And then integrity, I don't know, man. Some of this prime stuff I've been seeing doesn't seem very integrity, but he's not the sole thing behind that, so I don't know, and I don't really follow him. So it's funny. I've seen one KSI YouTube video in my entire life.
For real?
Absolutely for real. I think it's the one you sent me.
Me?
It must have been you.
What was it?
It was like how black people wake up, and it was an alarm.
That must have been time ago.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's the only. I saw that. I was like, this is funny. And then all his other videos were like FIFA videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And I would hear you like watching him occasionally, and it would just be a lot of screaming. And I was like, this is not what I'm about. I like my peace.
I feel like I didn't watch him back in the day. Like I subscribed to him and I watched like that video. Yeah. But I didn't really mess with his FIFA videos.
I don't know. Or maybe it might have been like one of my friends at like college or something, because it would have been
it would have been uni, because I started watching him in like year 10, 11.
Maybe uni then, yeah. But yeah, and I was like, yeah, this guy is not for me. But then, like I said, the only sideman that I've watched is Vixar, but because he made Minecraft videos when I was playing Minecraft, and I didn't know a damn thing about Minecraft, and he was useful because I could learn Minecraft. That's the only sideman I watched.
I mean, that's the same for me. I only really watched, the only one who I ever actually watched was KSI, and then they started doing the whole Simon thing, and I found out about Vixar, but I've never watched any of the others at all.
I don't think I've watched any of these famous like YouTubers like more than so. Funnily enough, the one that I probably watched the most of in terms of the really famous YouTubers, PewDiePie, when he was the guy.
Yeah.
And that was mostly because he played dumb like games that I was interested in, and I just watched it to see whether the game was good. He was always annoying. I never really liked him.
He was never entertained.
Not really, not by his antics. No, no, guy's a weirdo. But
I mean, all of them are. That's the only reason why they are what they are. They're not like most of them are not super talented in like whatever they're doing, but they have the right
personality,
energy,
that's
the right brain to do what they do.
Vixar's a weirdo, but he in the Minecraft videos
he was good at Minecraft, wasn't he?
He was very good at Minecraft, and he seemed like a normal bloke. Like I feel like a lot of like a decent amount of YouTubers nowadays do seem quite normal. Like I feel like you have your KSIs and you have your PewDiePies that are like just big, weird characters. Then you have someone like Vixar who I would still say he's weird, but he's like a normal weird. Like he's weird in that he has his own interests that are maybe not popular.
Yeah.
And he might be slightly socially awkward or whatever, but he's not sorry boy like doing all of that shit.
That was good, man.
That was good. Great. That was annoying.
That was jokes.
That was dumb.
I have no days.
PewDiePie. He used to like shout out and scream it and like call people soy boys and stuff.
Okay.
I only know that happened because his like girlfriend whatever was also doing a video at the time, and she like uploaded a clip of being able to hear him scream that from the other side of the house or something. And I'm like, but yeah, I wasn't actually watching him at that point, so you were seeing that crazy side.
I saw that and I was like, what are you talking about, bro? But yeah, so it's interesting though, man. That's just the world that we live in. It's definitely interesting. If it was up to me, if I could like take control like a Sims, things would be so different, bro.
I mean, yeah, same.
I'm just literally thinking about it. Like people would hate if people would hate to live in my world.
I mean, I hope not.
No,
I think you do. I feel like you do a good job.
I don't think people who live in this world would like to live in my world. I think you would for sure.
Yeah,
and I think Bez might, but to some degree. But I think he'll miss his YouTube boxing. But but I feel like if we like pluck a random person off the street, I feel like it's a 50-50 chance that they would probably hate it.
I feel like a lot of people hate their life now and they're just living it. They're just living the way the world is, but they don't actually like it. And so you just flip it one way and they're like, okay, cool, I'm down.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't think so, because then I feel like a lot of things would change if that was the case.
But I don't think people have the power. They don't feel like...
Individually, no. But I'm saying if everyone...
But I feel like a lot of people just think, I don't have the power to change nothing, so they're not trying to change anything.
No, but I feel like if you had the same feeling and you speak to other people about the feeling, you would find out there's not just you. And the more that you speak about it, the more people, it would just become the thing.
I think people are comfortable though, aren't they? Like, even if you don't like something, you're just comfortable with it. So you're okay to... You might not like it, but I'm okay with how it is. I'm not going to do anything because I'm okay with it.
And there's also still, like, the people at the top are the ones who can make the actual change. Like, as much as if the people band together and say what they say and try to do something, like...
There can be some change from the bottom. But, like, for example... No, but even, like, for example... trying to think of an example. Like... I don't know, like, even, like, what we were talking about, like, with, like, parasocial relationships and stuff. Like, if I was, like, to try and do, like, in my world, try and do something to stop those from happening.
Yeah.
I feel like there's people who don't want that. Like your Swifty 687, like they're quite happy being parasocial with Taylor Swift.
A life would
But
be
I also
over.
think,
they-
I also
they
think
like
those
it.
people are not. They're not
Right there. They're
yeah,
not
they're right in their head. They
I
need-
feel like if you took the opportunity for them to do that away from them, their life would literally
just
crumble.
be better.
It would crumble.
But then when they build an actual life,
Do you know what? Yeah, actually, we're having this conversation. I know people who had standing counts previously when they were younger, and I don't think they necessarily regret that time period of their life. Like,
they should.
yeah, it does. I feel like they were just like, okay, yeah, no, this was fun. Like being
Devoting my
'cause-
life to this person.
but
or
because
group.
but because I feel like people find community that way as well. It's not. In the one hand, it is very parasocial in the support of the celebrity, which is the core, the center of it. But there is community there.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, I am part of the Beehive, and we can all together go crazy for Beyonce whenever she drops, and whenever Beyonce drops, all right, guys, let's make sure that we're like spamming this everywhere, hyping this up, blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, you kind of get a community and a sense of belonging and all of this sort of stuff. So I guess what people like about it.
I guess that's true. I guess it's like similar to football fans in that way.
Oh, football! Bez would hate my world actually.
So you
Football.
getting rid of football? You getting
Football
rid of
would be
innit?
abolished.
You're having like what, one game a year or something.
I know. I said, all right. If it was my world when it came to sports can be watched, but
Don't you just take the money out of it? And
I
just
would-
people do it for fun.
take the money out of it to some degree. It doesn't need to be like you don't get paid, but let's just stop. Drop ticket prices, broadcast it for free. Pay footballers less. Owners get less. Everyone gets less money because it's just ridiculous. Transfer fees are ridiculous. Like let's suck this money way out of this thing.
Sounding good so far. I'm not hating any of those ideas.
No, and then
we
you're gonna
go.
hate this bit.
Here we go.
We need people to stop making sports teams their sole identity. It just needs to end. Like, there's too many people that are just like, I'm Chelsea till I die. I'm Chelsea till I die. Like, what are you doing? Watching the Chelsea. We do it tomorrow. Watching the Chelsea. Like, yeah, like, and like, my day's ruined. Chelsea lost. I can't. That donkey Kai Havertz or whoever. Like, I'm sick of him. Timo Werner. I'm sick of him. Like, I don't even know who plays for Chelsea. I don't think
none of
either
them.
of those play for Chelsea nowadays.
Kai Havertz at Arsenal. Timo Werner has gone back to Bundesliga.
Damn.
Sterling, he plays for Chelsea.
Oh yeah, Raheem, that monkey.
Oh,
No, but that's what it is. That's literally what it
Yeah,
is.
true.
Like, I'm just like, oh my god. Like, we just need people. Like, you can have a favorite team, but it can't be so much of your identity that if they lose, it ruins your day and you punch up your missus. Like, all of this, like, we can't be having that. We can't be having that.
Why would I dislike that? I agree with that.
I don't know. You might. I don't know what you be doing when Arsenal lose. I don't know.
It gets me down for a bit,
Nah,
but then I'm alright. I recover.
Some of the sounds I'll be hearing out of your room when Arsenal get conceded and stuff. I don't know. It's a bit mad.
Also, I'm not allowed to react to goals either.
No, you can. No,
Sit-
you can enjoy.
Darn.
You can enjoy the entertainment. You can have a favorite team. You can have favorite players. There's nothing against that.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like people take it too deep. Like,
Hey, man, I hear
too
you
deep.
watching wrestling sometimes and I hear, woo!
People be getting kicked in the head.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's the same thing, man. You wrestling and football.
I don't want people to be hurt. There's a difference to caring about someone's safety and
It's not real. It's not real.
when I react like that, it's not because of it's not real moment. It's because of damn,
someone done
that
something
was rough.
sick, yeah. But it's
No, not someone did something sick. Someone did something that was dangerous.
I'm sure I've heard you do it. Someone do something sick as well.
If someone does something sick, then I'm entertained. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't be entertained. I'm saying you enjoy the game. And if it was a good game, you can end the game on a high. Like, positive emotions are fine. I don't necessarily have a problem with positive emotions. But when it's like your emotions are so negative, or your emotions can be affected so negatively by the football, that's when it becomes a problem. And like, I can't lie, being too positively effective is a bit weird also.
Yeah.
It's just football. Calm down. But like being like watching a good game and the team that you like wins and being happy about that, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But like being like your team wins and then you go to the bar and be like, drinks on me, hey, I'm having a good day. That's a bit much. Let's wind it back. And then being like so gutted that like, oh my god, team lost, like my day's ruined.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah, don't talk to me. Like, yeah, like I've seen some videos of like people fighting, like breaking up with their girls because their girl turned off the TV when the game's on and stuff. I'm like, can you calm down? Like, it's not that deep. Like, and in my world, I would try and football would go back to being entertainment instead of a freaking lifestyle. That's the word. I feel like football fans, some people take it to being a lifestyle, and it really, I don't understand how it is that it shouldn't be that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's because they do it so much. Like if you're going to,
And
you're always complaining that there's games every day of the week.
yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's just too much. We need to wind this down.
Therapy for the whole world, man. So we need group therapy for the whole world.
Do you know what?
Right.
Do you know? I feel like most people, including me, I don't feel like we have healthy lives in the way that we should have lives. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's a problem.
In the way it's like the way we're built. Do you mean or
our daily lives that we're leading? I do not feel they should be like this. Like I feel like our lives should be more varied in what we do. And and yes, you should have things that you prefer to do, and things that you like doing, and things you enjoy doing, and you should do those often because they're things you enjoy. But I feel like your life should be more varied as well at the same time. I feel like, yeah, even speaking for myself, I feel like the fact that I spend 5 days at work or whatever, then I come home, I watch TV or I make music or I do whatever, and that's kind of the crux of my life. I feel like that shouldn't be the case. I feel like the person who is going to gigs and going to like the person who goes out and goes to a gig and then watches sport and then goes and does puzzles. We saw you were doing puzzles, and then plays a video game, and then like I feel like that's how life should be. Like you should be more varied and goes to the park and has a picnic with like family and friends, and then like I don't know, like starts growing like plants, and like I feel like that's what like life should be, a varied bag of things. And I feel like most people, we do 2 maybe 3 things regularly, and that's about it. And that's work is one of those, and you know how I feel about that. so and yeah, that's my theory anyway. That I feel like life should be way more varied than it is for most of us.
interesting. It's comfort, isn't it? That's what I was saying before.
I don't think it's comfort.
I don't think it's comfort.
I think it's ease.
Yeah, that's what I was literally about to say. I was literally going to say it's ease. Like for me, for example, I spend a lot of time in the house, and I say I don't like to go out. I wouldn't mind going out, but I also don't want to. The reason why I don't do it is because it's a lot of effort, and I also give so much time to work that I don't. When I get home, I just want to give time to the things I like that I enjoy.
Yeah, but isn't that like it's comfortable though? It's like your comfort zone is home. So it's,
I mean, yeah, my comfort zone is home, but I would also enjoy doing other things. Like if I lived, let's say I lived right on top of work. So once I finish, I just walk to my house and I'm done.
Yeah.
Or I work from home or whatever. Then I would have a lot more time to like, maybe I go for a walk, I go for a run or whatever. And then I can come home, do whatever, cook some food maybe. And even cooking food, like that's a break in whatever. And that sounds like an enjoyable time to me.
And so, yeah, go on.
But I currently don't feel like I don't want to live that life because I feel like I'll be taking away too much time from doing what I actually enjoy, or like even just further in my life, like making my life go further and feeling like I'm progressing and actually doing something. I feel like I need to commit more time to doing that because I'm also giving all this time to this job that I don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even like to add on to what you're saying, it's like when you enjoy something or you know you enjoy something, it's very easy to just do that thing, especially when it's like something that's like you say, it's in your house or whatever. Like, it's just easy. So like, yes, it's comfortable, but also it's easy to like decide that you want to do something new or something that you haven't tried before, maybe something you haven't done in a long time. Like, that is just inherently more difficult. Like, even
But it's the same thing. That's what it's stepping out your comfort zone, isn't it? That's.
I mean, I guess you could say it that way, but I feel like it's not your comfort zone because work is not comfortable to me. But it's easy. Work is not comfortable, but it's easy. Like, there's a lot of things that aren't necessarily comfortable, but they're easy. Like in the same way. So like, yeah, my work routine is not. I don't really like it. It's not very. It doesn't make me feel good. It's not very comfortable in that manner, but it's easy to follow that routine. Like when we talk about like playing PlayStation or whatever. Again, like, I like games. I don't think I like playing PlayStation more than I like going out and roller skating, for example. I don't necessarily like, you two are proper gamers. I don't think I like games as much as you two do. But it's so easy to play, like, sit here and play PlayStation. It's just super easy. Like, to do something more spontaneous or adventurous is more difficult. Like Cam was saying, time-wise, if I'm dedicating so much time to work and, like, whatever, time-wise, to be able to go out and do something adventurous, it's just easier to be like, you know, I'm just going to sit here and play Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Over the more difficult option of, hey, let me get my skates and go
find a place.
I can
actually do this.
Skate around. Or like, yeah, there's loads of stuff that I think I would absolutely love way more than watching TV. TV, actually, I can't lie to you. A lot of the times when I'm watching TV, I'm like, this is garbage. Like, why am I sitting here watching this? But again, it's just easy. And I get it, what you mean, comfort zone, because yeah, I'm at home and home is kind of comfortable. But like, at the same time, it is easy. And like, even like, I'll probably borrow like a couple of your puzzles, because now that I've seen them, like, I feel like that'd be fun. But like, it's just something difficult or something different to do to break up.
It just makes you use your brain different as well.
Yeah, it just makes you engage yourself differently. Yeah. You have a different experience. You have something new to talk about when you like talk to people. Like, yeah, I just feel like that's more of a life than the kind of life that most people lead, which is you have your work and you have maybe one or two kind of interests outside of that, whether that's football, reality TV, like PlayStation, whatever, like, and that. And this is why I feel like when we had, I think it was Janine, when we were talking with Janine about dating apps, Janine, the creator, and I was like, yeah, I just feel like I'm talking to the same person all the time. But that's kind of why I get that feeling, because like I say, everyone is, I have work and I have one, two, maybe other things that I kind of care about. And it's like, and I feel like, people, we should have more, our lives should be more than what they currently are. This episode has been quite philosophical. It has been.
It's been a lot to dive into, isn't it?
That's how it gets. How it gets sometimes. I guess making up for being ill last time. But yeah, I'm gonna try. Like I've said this now, so I'm gonna try and live by my words, innit? So I'm gonna try and see if I can make my life more than what it just is.
I mean, that's what I've tried to be. That's what I tried to do, or I am doing now with the drawing thing. I mean, I've sort of replaced gaming with drawing, but I'm trying to do other things rather than the simple thing for me is to just log onto my computer, either watch something or play a game or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, I want to draw. I want to be better at drawing. So I need to put some time into it. And I know it's difficult, and I know it's I don't feel great about it when I'm doing it because I don't feel like I'm at the point where I want to be, which is obviously makes sense. But if I put the time in now, then later down the line I'll be better. And then also, like, yeah, there's so many different things. While I'm drawing, I'm thinking about other things. When I'm playing a game, I'm usually focused on the game and I'm not really thinking about anything else. But drawing allows me to free out my mind. I can think about the photo, I can think about whatever I'm trying to draw, but I can also think about other things. Yeah. And like just relieve some stress, you know?
It's like you say, you're engaging your brain in a different way. So like gaming is good. You got your hand-eye coordination, you got your problem solving, you got like, but that's engaging your brain in one way and you're sharpening your brain in that way so much, which is good. It's a good thing to have a brain sharp like that. But you should also, you're channeling like your creativity and, you know, other things. If you're drawing from a picture, like your observation skills and all of these kind of things. And yeah, you're using your brain in a different way. And I feel like that's how you keep your brain going.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. I feel like that's how you can lead a more fulfilling life, in my opinion, anyway, is by doing things and keeping it varied and keeping life pushing, man. I feel like the happiest people I know, anyway, are the people that do loads of things. Just like different things. And just like wake up. Like, I have a friend that's like self-employed. And like she's easily the happiest person I know, just based on the fact that like whenever I talk to her, she'll be like, oh yeah, I just did this or did that, because she just works her own hours. So like she does work when she wants to, and then outside of that, she's like, oh okay, if I want to go to a yoga class, I'm gonna go to a yoga class. If I want to go to an exhibition, I'm gonna go to an exhibition. If I want to do this, that, the third, I'm gonna go do this, that, the third. Like, girl moved to Portugal because she felt like moving to Portugal. Like, it's just being able to just be out there and experience things, and yeah, I feel like that's a beautiful thing.
Sounds great.
Sorry?
That sounds great.
Yeah. Anyway, let's wrap up. Let's get through the watch list quickly because it is late. So yeah, the watch list. Who wants to go first?
I can go first. So I've started Loki season 2.
There's only one episode out there.
2. The second one came out yesterday.
Okay.
It's been all right. That's what I'm gonna say.
Marvel is good. Finished. Go on, sorry.
I just remembered that I didn't even finish watching Thingy, whatever show was before.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah, I didn't even finish that.
Me
Yeah, I
neither.
didn't finish that either.
Marvel's done out. Well, the MCU is done out.
Yeah.
And then
Spider-Verse is the only thing going now.
What? There's something else. Oh yeah, I've been watching Fire Force, which I think could be good. It could be great.
How far are you into it?
Like I just started the second season, but I just think some of the main characters don't hold any weight. Like the cat girl, she's absolutely useless character, and she doesn't need to be there at all. She doesn't fight anyone ever. All she does is the fan service with her like tripping and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this every time she comes on screen, I'm like, oh, get off my screen.
How far in are you saying?
I've started the second season.
I feel like she fights someone this season, or like she's involved in a fight this season.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's had like mini fights, but like none where she actually does anything, and it seems like she's using like develops her power or anything. Like at least Arthur and the main character, they've developed somewhat since the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Yeah, that's me.
I'll go next quickly. I watched the first episode of The Continental, which is the John Wick spin-off, and I can't lie, I was bored.
It's a long episode.
It's long,
yeah.
And it was a bit dry.
Game of Thrones.
What?
That's a Game of Thrones. That's how episode 1 of Game of Thrones was.
No, episode 1 of Game of Thrones was far more interesting than episode 1 of
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Bez is being immature.
No, but that was our podcast video. That's why. That's why I laugh.
We did a breakdown of Shamsia and Meg Thee Stallion's song called Lick. I think.
Lick, yeah.
Yeah, and the video is mad. The video just came on just now, and it's still mad.
That was the cover art. That's why it made me laugh. Because I just remembered. I didn't even clock what song it was until that. I was like, oh, okay.
It's crazy. Yeah, so I'm watching Game of Thrones as well on season 2 now. Yeah, Game of Thrones is so good. Like the early seasons of Game of Thrones is like great television. And I think that might be it. I finished Ahsoka, which was good. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I want to watch Gen V, but I haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah, same. I need to start that.
I've been watching Gen V. It is good. It's got some scenes in it. That's very much the boys. Like, yeah, it's good.
I saw the scene with the girl in her dorm room.
Where she's little.
No, when she's like,
Spoilers.
I guess she's little, but she's like a teenager because of what happens.
Spoilers.
I'm not saying what happens.
So my colleague at work was telling me, he doesn't work there anymore. Guy who used to work there came to visit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did you see him?
I saw him, yeah.
Did you say hi?
No.
Oh, damn.
He was talking to someone, so I just walked by.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, he was like, oh, yeah, it's really good. It starts off like, he was like, this is just X-Men. And then it just becomes the boys out of nowhere. I was like, that's hilarious. he was literally like, it starts off and you're watching it, you're like, oh, this is very X-Men. And then it's just like, it just kind of comes out of nowhere and just starts being the boys again.
Basically, yeah. It's good though. I'm enjoying it. I think I need to watch the most recent episode. I think there's going to be 6 or 7 episodes. And I think 4 or 5 just came out. But yeah, it's good. Then I've just been watching the X-Men series of movies. So I'm like pretty much I've watched Deadpool now. So I've got 3 movies left to watch. And yeah, I've enjoyed them. I know we spoke about it last time, but I've enjoyed them personally. I think
what's been your favourite one?
Probably Days of Future Past. That was actually really good. I didn't remember it being that good, but I actually really enjoyed it.
As I said this last week. Well, not last week, last episode.
After not Deadpool, obviously number 1, but then I mean like of the X-Men movies, yeah, probably Days of Future Past.
Wait, what have you got left?
Deadpool 2, New Mutants, and then Logan.
Wait, so you've seen Phoenix and Apocalypse, and you don't think they're bad?
Not terrible. They're the worst of the bunch. Phoenix was the worst, then Apocalypse.
Yeah,
but they're not terrible.
I feel like he's very forgiving. I feel like you're not that harsh.
I'm not that harsh though. Yeah,
I feel like whenever we talk about like movies and stuff, like even me or Cam will be like, it's horrible, and then you'll be like, I don't mind it. Like, I feel like that's quite a common occurrence.
Yeah, I feel like certain things will be very offensive to me, but for the most part, I feel like I don't really ever hate a movie or hate a series.
Did you see Morbius yet?
Yeah, no, that was shocking. That was tragic. Yeah, that was tragedy.
Okay,
but
cool. I thought you were gonna be like, I didn't mind it.
No, that was tragedy. Yeah, that was really bad. But then, I feel like I feel like I'm very forgiving. So I'm happy to give movies a 5 rather than giving them a 2 sort of thing.
Nah, me 5. Like I try to be mathematical with it. So 5 is average.
Yeah.
So most movies should be a 5 to me.
Yeah.
And then it's only the ones that I really enjoy that go above a 5. And then if I don't enjoy it, you can't be anywhere near a 5.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, you have to be lower than a 5 because 5 is average.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like unless I really hate the movie, it's offensive to me, then I'll give it lower. But like most movies, I'm okay with. I'm not mad at them. That's why I feel like it's rare. Well, it's not rare, but there's a lot of the time I don't hate most movies.
Why is 5 average?
Out of 10, mid-table.
Yeah.
But average doesn't mean mid. Average just means the average of your scores.
But I'm using it as a pivot point, isn't it? So like it's kind of like.
Okay, so if it's above 5, it's good. If it's below 5, it's bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's same.
Because my average, I'd say my average is 7. If a movie's average, I give it a 7. If I didn't really enjoy it, I'll give it a 5. If I absolutely hate it, I'll give it a 2. And then like good movies are just 8, 9, 10.
That's always so strange to me because I'm like, when it's a scale of 10, I'm just like, why not use 5 as the
average?
Five just feels bad. Like
it's just the
if
middle.
I rate a movie a 5,
I'm just like, it's the middle. It's just the middle of the road.
Yeah,
like it's the middle of the road. Like this is.
So it's not bad. It's not good.
But I feel like there's a lot of movie below the average. Like there's a lot of bad below the average, but there's not as much good above the average. That's what I feel like. For me, anyways, I feel like an average movie that I would rate a 7, I still enjoy. But it's not like
feels very high though out of 10.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't watch it again. I may not watch it again, but I still enjoy it. And then like a 8, 9, 10, I enjoyed it a lot and I would likely watch it again. And everything below that is just like...
So I use the same thing on my anime list, for example. And most things that I've rated are above 7. Or are like 6, 7 and above. Because if it's a 5, I'm probably not going to finish it. Like, if it's a 5 movie... I don't actually have anywhere where I really rate movies. But if it's a 5 movie, like I'm probably never gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
But like with like TV shows and stuff, most things that I finish will be 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s. But like I feel like 5 is like a point of this is just something that I can sit and watch, and it's inoffensive. I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's inoffensive. So I would never put on a 5. Because I'm like, that's just middle of the way, inoffensive.
But you wouldn't turn it off.
But I wouldn't turn it off. If it's on, it's there. Sure.
I feel like because the reason why I'd say 7 is my average is because I'm more likely to rate a thing that's above a 7.
Yeah.
And I'm also more likely to watch a thing that's like between a 5 and a 10 rather than anything below that. I probably know going into it that's bad.
You know,
I probably know going into it that's bad. And if I choose to watch it, then there's probably some enjoyment factor. Even if the movie's bad.
I watched a really bad movie on Amazon Prime. I forgot. I can't remember what it's called. I watched a really bad movie on Amazon Prime the other day. It was like a murder mystery and it was horrible.
Was it the Death on the Nile?
No.
I hated that one.
Damn. Nah, it was like a low, like that's a big budget movie.
Like Gal Gadot and them lot.
Yeah, it was like a low budget. It was like just random actors and stuff, and it was just it was shocking. Like
was it the time traveling one?
Nah. So it was basically there's these 3 girls. It's one of them's birthdays, so they book a suite at this hotel and they're just gonna party and like do stuff, whatever. One of them's a social media influencer, by the way. She meets the concierge guy at the beginning of the hotel, and he tries to chirp her, whatever, and he's like, "Oh, follow me back," blah 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 blah. And then turns out that he's the killer at the end of it all. I'm not gonna go through the whole plot, but turns out he's the killer at the end of it all. And he was like, "Do you know what the worst part is? You didn't follow me back on Instagram." And I was just like, this movie is so bad.
Wait,
like,
did he kill the girl that didn't follow him?
He tried to kill her. So she survived. And then he was like, when he was getting taken away, he was like, "You know what the worst part of this is? They didn't follow me back." I was like, oh my God. But it was just, I'm not even going to go through the plot because it's not worth it. It was just a bad movie.
Like, for example, I rewatched the movie, I forget the name of it. What's the movie with Michael B. Jordan and
Creed.
No.
Black
It's like an old one.
Fruitvale Station.
No. He's one of the characters, and there's 2 other Donnies. I forget their names.
The one where they have powers.
Yeah.
I always get the name of that as well.
Fantastic Four.
No. The Chronicle.
Yeah. I rewatched that because I remember liking it when I went into it knowing that it probably wasn't as good as I remember it. But it was like really bad. But
I really like that film.
Rate that. I would rate it like a 5. But it would be a movie that I would put in my. If you were to say the only thing you can rate is good or bad, it would be in my bad column. But I'd rate it a 5.
So like, I would rate a 5. Like X-Men 1, I'd give that a 5. Because on the second rewatch, on the first watch, or like before I rewatched it the other day, I probably would have gave that like a 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But like on the rewatch that I just did the other day, I think it comes out at about 5. It's not offensive. It's not, but it doesn't light a fire in me to be above that. It's just like, hey, it's X-Men. This is where it all began. Like it gets rated higher because of what it is and the nostalgia of it, but like just based on the pure movie that it is, it's about 5, middle of the road, man. But anyway, that is us.
I got a few other things actually.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I watched something called Totally Killer, which is on Netflix. I mean, Amazon Prime. So that's another like murder mystery sort of thing, where she basically there's a murderer. She goes back in time to try and find this murderer before she kills certain people. Was that?
I said erased.
Basically, yeah. Basically erased. It was good though. It was decent. And then I watched. I said Gen V, didn't I? Then I've been watching obviously the anime that are airing. Jujutsu Kaisen and that.
Oh yeah, I pretty much caught up to that as well. I'm 1 episode behind.
Sick.
So that's the late started.
Yeah, and obviously just been playing Baldur's Gate still.
Yeah, I've been playing that quite a bit as well. Doing well now.
I haven't touched it in a while.
Game is tough, man. I don't like it.
It's rough.
You don't like it?
I don't like how
tough
difficult it is sometimes.
You've probably just missed out on a bunch of XP by not going certain places.
Sorry?
I said you've probably just missed out on a bunch of XP by not going certain places. So you're kind of under-leveled for where you are.
I'm level 4. I think I'm fine.
Oh, I thought you said you were level 3 last time, but I guess
I'm level 4
I feel like
now.
even when you're the same level as people you're fighting, there's just too many of them sometimes.
That's what I was going to say. Just too many.
Like, just get the strategies out.
Everything misses and it's just...
So I was going to go to... Oh, where was I going? I was going to go to... for goodness sake, I can't remember what it is. So you see when you get Karlach? Yeah. And then you fight the paladins.
Yeah.
Then what do you do next on her questline? There's something that you do on her questline next.
On her questline?
Yeah.
You go to find there's a tinkerer or engineer or something.
Oh no, it's not her questline then. Yeah, there is that. I can't remember whose questline it was. One of the people. It was not the Gif Yankee crash. I know that much.
You're on Act 2 now?
No, not yet.
No.
Who do you have in your party? Because obviously you followed the Wheels questline to get to Karlach.
Yeah.
Then you did Karlach's quest.
Shadowheart is already just hers, just artifact. Maybe it's not someone's questline. I can't remember. But I was going somewhere, and I just took a left, and then there was just bare of them Knowles things.
And yeah, I knew you were talking about that. But yeah.
And I was like, what the... what the hell? And they're all level 4. And there's about 15 of them. And I'm like, how? And there's these 2 guys inside
the cave.
And they're like, oh, we're not going to help you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Isn't this Act 2?
No, this is Act 1.
When I swear that's when you go through the to the next part, and then you... Isn't that...
No, it's before there.
It's before
with the hyenas and stuff? Or is that...
Yeah.
I swear that's on the next map, isn't it?
No, it's definitely before there.
Definitely before.
It's it's near to that area, but I think it's before there.
Ah, okay. I thought it was in the second bit.
No. And I literally was like, well, I'm not... so this was earlier today. I was like, I'm not doing this right now.
Yeah, they're so overpowered.
You should go for it. You should do it.
I would try. I would try. You say I can.
No. You can do it.
Why you say it like that?
Because there's something more to it than that.
Okay.
You should definitely just go for it.
Okay. Well, I was like, I'm not doing this right now. So then I went and tried to fight the spiders that we did on the episode, and that didn't go great either. So I was like, to be fair, I know how to beat them, but I died. I wasn't fully ready for that fight. I should have short rested before I went in there. Basically, I had half health and all of this and stuff. Some of my spells I couldn't use and all that. I was like, I need to go and do that properly. So I'll do that time as well. But yeah, it is very unforgiving though. If you try to fight something with half health and half your spells gone, it's not gonna happen. But yeah, that's about it. That's me. Cool. Well, for another 2 weeks, we will be out of here. You lot have got a good long episode today. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Instagram, TikTok, and let us know if you were going to change society. What would you do? Yeah, it was a philosophical one. So hit us up with some philosophy. But yeah, for another 2 weeks, we're out here. We're going to play one of the Backroad G songs. I think we'll do the Mr. Backroad G song, which is called... Bum, bum, bum. I don't know. We're going to play Mr. Backroad G. I can't be bothered to find it right now. We're going to play Mr. Backroad G. But yeah, for another 2 weeks, we're out here, man. Happy 3-year anniversary to us.
Woo, woo.
But yeah, we're out here. Peace.
Old flow, but a new verse. Got bad luck when I moved dirt. Had to face the facts, yeah, truth hurts. Paranoia make you shoot first. Emerged from the dirt, you know I'm different. Rob grows trim plants in my kitchen. Fuck getting stuck. Fuck that shit. Had Had to find a way around the system. Money orientated into infant. More than one income. You know what I'm into? I don't need to ring you a link, yeah. Young G's do it in the dingers. Let it rip any movement from the window. Don't got the drop. One step ahead, I'm on top. Got the automatic when I got shot. Yeah, your man ain't tough. Pull up with the gang on stuff. Go mad, everybody go nuts.
Block, handguns and semi-automatics. Shout out to killing them, we did it with passion. Shout out to killing them, fuck up his family.
The 5 Letters Podcast.